I will tweet out that we're going live. Going live. And our channel is up, so hello everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels, Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Play a game while keeping up with conversation.
I'm Christiana Ellis. I'm the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, Jason Banks as Rowan Gregor.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Paul Weimer as Aule.
Salve.
David Archambault as Wilfred Cole.
Hi.
Lee Burdett as Iggy.
Hello.
Nobilis as Marcher Northwind.
We'll find her.
And Spence as Smaragd Nachtmere, aka Mara.
In the name of the moon, I shall punish you.
So, who would like to sum up the predicament? Predicament is how I said that, apparently. That the Seekers found themselves in.
Predicament? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll cop to that, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking it was more like predicament. Will it be spearmint? Peppermint?
I'll
Only the stars can tell.
Sum up. So, upon leaving Marcher's clan hold, we were headed to the clan hold of his inamorata, only to find out via a seeking spell that she was not there, and in fact the prisoner of the Durgar. So we turned around and we went back to the Durgar fortress, where listeners and watchers will remember we saw a dragon pop out in an effort we were going to storm the castle and save Marcher's inamorata. This has gone not entirely according to plan. We got into a gear room.
It's
we had a fight.
95% fine.
Yeah.
Until Iggy jumped on a platform that's dropping down.
Admittedly, part of the difficulty there is there's already a dead body on the descending elevator, so it's not like it would have been problem-free without Iggy there.
And her name is Quixote.
Quixote, thank you. I could not remember her name.
And let's also not forget, we definitely pulled off a Mission Impossible-esque entrance into this battleground.
Sure did.
It is true, involving swinging through a window, dimension dooring, and
All kinds of stuff.
and light issues.
Yeah. And for people who are really obsessed with the book, they just managed to squeeze through these not-to-code arrow slits, is what they did.
I imagine it's like the arrow slits were kind of keyhole shaped, where there's a bigger opening at the top.
No, it could be, yeah.
Or else the designer said, these things are 150 feet in the air. Nobody's going to be climbing through them.
We'll show you.
Yes.
So it's really more of a parapet with a roof.
Right. So, in any case, you managed to clear out this top floor that has all of these mechanical things that seem designed to open the enormous door that the dragon came out of. There are two elevators that seem to function on automatic timers rather than controls. And indeed, one of them is currently 17 feet below your level and descending fast with a dead Durgar and Iggy on it. You meanwhile have a surrendered, injured Durgar currently up in the room with you. And so let's just go ahead and resume initiative at the top. Iggy, what's Piccolo doing?
Piccolo is going to take up residence in Marcher's hood.
Rowan?
With Rowan's hood. Sorry, we continue to get these two people mixed up.
Yeah,
or
I'm
at
not
least
sure
I
why.
do.
We could be twins.
Yeah.
We could be twins.
Absolutely. But on top of the telepathy helmet, just so that they're being up with the group and
Sure.
can relay communications back and forth.
All right. I should also say at this top of the initiative, the elevator descends another 17 feet, so it's now 34 feet below the your current level. Uh,
Still a survivable fall.
all right. Ale.
Oh boy. First up, can I have some light, please?
Well, okay. There's lots of light in the room right now.
You might have to wiggle around your eye.
Oh well, yeah, maybe my token's just acting weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought we had a. Okay, so. Oh boy, how big was that platform?
It
Okay,
is.
so there
It's
was a
10
body-
feet by 10 feet. Essentially, is the elevator platform. A little bit smaller than that. Like the frame of it is 10 feet by 10 feet, but.
As ill-advised as it is, having Iggy drop down into parts unknown alone is just not what a paladin's going to allow it to happen. So, Ali's going to try to jump from the platform.
Okay. Make an acrobatics. Well, okay. Let me put it this way: 34 feet is different than 17 feet.
Okay, how far is?
Well,
how bad is 34?
no, we're still using falling rules. I'm just saying, as far as your ability to use acrobatics to try to reduce, the damage of your fall, like, what do you think? Like, paint us a mental picture of what you are doing. Are you literally just going to superhero landing down on the elevator platform, or what's the idea here?
I think that's the idea. He's gonna try to superhero land down on the platform and try to break the fall as much as he can with that.
All right, well, so that's just straight up taking the fall damage. Then that's fine.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 9 fall damage. Not so bad as it could have been. As you jump down and land next to Iggy and the dead Durgar.
Is the elevator platform still within the actual tunnel or the shaft and not gotten to the next level?
It seems to be so far. You don't know how far down it needs to go for that, but right now it does still seem to be enclosed in a shaft. All right, Wilfred.
Is the Durgar still loose?
I mean, he put his hands up and dropped his weapons, but I mean, if you want to tie him up or something, he has not been tied up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie him up.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence sleight of hand check. If you have if you have proficiency in sleight of hand, you can add your proficiency. Otherwise, it's an intelligence check.
I get half proficiency because remarkable athlete, but with intelligence, should I?
Yeah, so you basically add your intelligence and half proficiency then.
Natural 20.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. You are able to tie him up quickly and securely. And you are pretty confident he's not going to be able to break out of that anytime soon. And fortunately, he doesn't seem happy to be tied up, but it at the very least would suggest you're not planning to kill him. So, at least not yet. All right, Marcher.
I'm going to jump out into the shaft and try and grab the descending chain.
Okay. I'm going to allow an acrobatics check so you're trying to not drop, you're trying to grab the chain and be hanging from it.
Right. grab the chain, and then if I have actions left, descend on the chain.
Right. Okay.
Hand over hand and
all right. That's
around it.
That's probably athletics then.
Yep. Fine. I have proficiency in that.
All right.
22.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's sufficient. So you are currently on the chain. This is the chain that is descending at the same rate as the elevator platform. So you are now descending along with the platform, but currently 34 feet above it.
Right. Okay.
But you would
climbing down the chain would be another action for later.
Yeah, but you don't. Well, so you don't have a climbing speed, but you can move half speed down, so you can climb down 15 feet along the chain.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Okay. Now, Iggy.
Okay, this complicates my plan somewhat, but that's okay. More is better. I don't have to use that plan. I need to think of something else.
You didn't tell us your plan.
Was Iggy gonna get real scary?
Yeah, it was gonna get real scary up in the shaft. I will hold an action, ready an Eldritch Blast or two to once we come out of the shaft. If we do that before my next turn comes around.
Okay. All right, Mara.
I will stalk up to this Durgar.
Mm-hmm.
And in Undercommon, since now I know he speaks it, say, "The Goliath prisoner, where is she?"
Well, I guess he can answer on his turn since we're in initiative.
Yeah.
All right, Rowan.
I'm gonna move down here.
Oop.
There. That's
Into the shaft?
Well, so like that would be
No,
up on
right.
top of the platform, so probably yeah.
Yeah. I only have 30-foot movement, and but I can yell at the Durgar. I say in Dwarvish. How far down to the next floor?
Okay. All right. So that makes it the Durgar's turn, and he's clearly a little bit flustered by getting two different questions at the same time in different languages. Like, he speaks both languages, but there's a little bit of, like, crosstalk going on. And so he kind of just says, all the prisoners are on the forge level, the north wing, the elevators, and he looks like he's struggling a little bit, but he says, it's further down still. So not as clear, but like he's trying to answer two questions in 6 seconds. So, all right. I will just kind of continue to. I'll kind of. You let me know if you want Piccolo to do something, Lee.
Yeah. No. I just. Piccolo is gonna tell Iggy whatever he overhears.
Great. Okay. So at the top of the round, the elevator descends another 17 feet. So it would now be 51 feet down. It still seems to be in the shaft. All right. Ale.
I'm going to hold. I'm going to take a javelin and hold an action for possibly seeing an enemy to throw said javelin at said enemy.
I like to just for the mental picture here. You've got three of you and a dead body on this 10-foot by 10-foot platform, surrounded by elevator, and you're getting out a javelin and like.
Ale's not the smartest paladin ever.
No, I mean I think it's fine. I kind of like the imagery of it. Is all. It's that it's a little cramped, but you're doing what you can. You know, it's where Iggy has the advantage with the blast that can just come out of his hands, you know, as opposed to having to have a big long spear.
A big long spear, yes.
Yeah. All right, Wilfred.
Okay. Well, Durgar's tied up. Mara has a hand on, and seems to have a handle on the interrogation. So Wilfred's gonna go over here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess can't reach the lever on the wall, but he'll use dash to go over it, stepping over the body, and just like, and I probably can't throw the switch, right?
You know what? I'll allow it. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, just throw the switch to see what happens.
Okay. You hear the creaking of and groaning of metal as these big gears start to engage, and but you can't really like see anything other than these gears starting to turn.
No.
Okay.
What did you do right?
It's like putting a big red button in front of someone.
Sure. Marcher.
I'm going to climb down that chain.
Okay. So you can get another 15 feet with your movement. Then you would only be 4 feet above the platform. So you
Okay.
could probably just drop that without difficulty if you wanted.
Yep. I will drop the last bit there onto the platform.
Okay. All right. Iggy, anything
Brush
else?
the grease off my mittens.
Yeah. You doing anything, Iggy, or just kind of still just holding?
Still just holding those that Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Since I don't need to be scary, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's my job.
Yeah, I don't want to take your job from you.
All right.
Sure only one of us has seen Iggy get scared.
So I think I was going to say it's getting dark down there, but we did establish that. Just as an in-game reminder, I looked it up, and to clarify, in most of these rooms where there are these braziers, the braziers are not for light; they are for heat. However, because they glow, all of these rooms that have the braziers are dimly lit. But there are some places that don't have the braziers, which will be dark, and the braziers cause there to be kind of light smoke everywhere in the fortress, which is pretty gross to breathe, but doesn't have any mechanical effect unless you were to spend a long time here. All right. That was Mara's turn then.
How many floors down is the forge floor?
Okay. Yeah. So that he's definitely looking back and forth between you and Rowan, but you got his attention again.
And I'll look at Rowan and say, I'm speaking in Undercommon. We should probably keep it to one language.
All right. Rowan?
That is good. So how about his native language?
You guys are going to argue about what language to use.
Yeah, maybe pass on to Piccolo what you've heard, since he doesn't understand either Undercommon or
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish.
Oh, okay, yeah. I will say out loud, forge floor is where they keep the prisoners in common.
I will. Crap, they're out of my range. But I can tell. Never mind. I will use detect thoughts on Piccolo and tell Piccolo the prisoners are held on the forge floor. Tell Iggy.
Disengage with telephone-
That's
telephone
kind
by
of
the time it
how
gets-
Piccolo works, though.
Well, right. Like you don't really need to use telepathy because Iggy can hear through Piccolo's. Okay. Actually, let me clarify because we don't want to abuse this exactly. Iggy, you can see and hear through Piccolo's senses, but not at the same time as your own.
Right.
But you could also yell down the shaft. Up to you. There's lots of options.
Yeah, we're not exactly that far away.
Yeah. But at the same time, maybe you don't yell down the elevator shaft when you don't know what's down there.
I just wanted a method of communication since we're splitting the party. I don't want
Yeah,
communication to be interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if I can psychically talk to Piccolo and Piccolo can psychically talk to you without you sacrificing your sight to do so, then you won't be in as much danger as going to an unknown floor with an unknown number of enemies.
Yeah, no, I buy it. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, Piccolo does understand common though.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe use the telepathy on the Durgar.
In any case, I think that's what you do. It makes sense to me. So the Durgar says the next level down is the gate level. It's 100 feet down. The forge level's another 100 feet below that.
Okay.
All right. Let's give you Ale again.
Just holding.
So another round. So now we're another 17 feet down. We're at. So to be clear, now that I'm kind of putting the math on the table, the way that the elevator is descending at 100 feet per minute. So I've been doing 17 feet around. So it will takes 1 minute to go from one floor to the next. So it is descending another 17 feet, which makes it 68 feet below the current area here, and presumably 32 feet above the next level.
Yep, so Ale just holds his action for the moment since we're still just riding the elevator.
Mm-hmm. All right, Wilfred.
Do the gears and big gears seem to be doing anything?
I mean, you have activated the machinery, whatever it does, but you can't see whatever it does from here.
Okay.
Yeah, like you have clearly turned on and activated this machinery. These gears are doing whatever it is they do. I think, make an intelligence check.
Sure. That would be an 11.
I think even with an 11, given what you've seen of the fortress and everything, and when you were coming in, you think it's extremely likely that this machinery opens the enormous door that the dragon came out of.
I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch back and then
Okay.
go back to the party.
All right. All of these big gears that were going ka-chung, 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 suddenly start turning back the other way.
Yeah. Okay.
It's adorable.
I wonder if we can break the door.
All
Break the
right,
gears.
Marcher.
I turn to Iggy and say, so what was your plan when you jumped down here? And continue to wait for the elevator. I start humming a kind of a pointless calming tune while we are descending in the elevator.
Yeah, the dwarf from Menzoberranzan.
The other thing I was considering asking is which one of us is the PC so the other two of us can banter.
Well, the Iggy's turn is next, so like you guys can. Anyway. So.
Yeah, so I will pass on the message of that the prisoners are held on the forge floor, which is the second floor. Sounds like it's the second floor down.
So we're going to have to stay. It's probably going to pause at the next level, and then we're going to have to wait there.
Yeah,
For it to
however
descend
long that
again.
is. Yeah. And I had a plan after I got on the platform, not before I got on the platform.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I just figured as the only one who could, survive Mars moonbeam relatively unscathed, it would, it would make sense if I was here.
All right, I think that's probably 6 seconds.
Not
worth
for one round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was just going to slap light on Ale's shield, but I can.
Well, I think he's got it already.
Yeah, I got it ready.
Yeah. You can re-up it though. That's fine.
Well-
I'll just re-up it.
All right. Okay, so that makes it Mara's turn.
So I will look at Rowan to see if he wants to do the talking or if he wants me to do the talking. And and then just be like, you know what? Take a deep breath and usher saying, "You talk."
Rowan?
Right then. How many floors are in this building? I say to the Durgar.
All right. He says, there's just the 3 here in the fortress, but then we've got the opening that goes all the way down to the Underdark. So I guess that's 3, but could go further if you wanted. Are you here to revenge for 10 towns? All right. Ale. Oh, so, excuse me. Top of the round. Descend another 17 feet, and you have now emerged. Let me copy and paste you.
Oh, damn, I was figuring out which Mass Effect 1 dialogue to play through.
I was thinking Mass Effect in the elevators too in the Citadel.
Yeah. So currently, you are all still 15 feet above the floor, but the ceilings are 30 feet high in this room. And so you can see that there is actually a cage around the elevator shaft on this level that is currently down, but it looks like it'll open when it gets to that level. So you all have a moment here where you can see around to the, to the room. And so what you see, maybe I ought to have the room descriptions handy. Now that you guys are going places that there are things in. This room is heated and illuminated by braziers of glowing hot coals. Visible on the west wall are an arrow slit, an iron lever, and a heavy iron winch. Just as a... Oh, never mind. I can fix that. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down away from it. The chains are in constant motion, and you hear loud mechanical noises higher up in the shaft and further down as well. A double door is embedded in the middle of the east wall. Air enters the room through a row of 4 arrow slits in the south wall. And you see, to the west, there's a Durgar standing by the arrow slit that faces to the west. And Marcher, you still have see invisibility up, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, yes.
You see that there is another Durgar currently looking very bored, but is invisible in the southeast corner.
Southeast corner, okay.
Yeah. So, I think as of the last round, only Ale still had a held action. Would you use it to throw your javelin at that Durgar you see?
I'm thinking no.
Okay.
They look bored and not looking at
so
us.
No, Marcher sees the invisible one that looks bored. There is another one who is clearly on guard duty at the western, and that's the only one you see anyway.
But they are facing away, correct?
Yes, they're looking out the arrow shaft to the west.
I'm just going to hold my breath and not do anything.
Okay. All right. So that was your held action. It's now your turn. Are you still likewise doing nothing?
I am doing nothing.
Okay. All right.
Can I be subtle? Let's find out.
Yeah. Wilfred, your turn. Let me move these guys off of this layer.
I think Wilfred's gonna go and just look down the shaft and see anything useful.
I think that with your dark vision, what you see is that there is now dim light at the very end of what you can see, but everything is 100 feet down, so it's like it's small. You can't see much, but you can see that what had been a dark shaft is now dimly lit at the end of it.
Well, I guess more look for like signs of combat.
Well, none so far, but I'm saying it's still, imagine what you would be able to see 87 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, you can't see everything in perfect detail. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on. When I deleted your original tokens and copied them down, because I copy and pasted instead of just moving them, and so now they took them off the turn tracker. Does everyone remember what your initiatives were?
Mine was 6.
Mine was
I'll scroll
12.
up and look.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
12.
right,
for
yeah.
me.
All right.
I was right after Wilfred. So.
Okay.
Right before I was right after Wilfred as well, so I think I was either 6 or 7.
Okay.
As I recall, Iggy came after me, so put me
Yeah.
at 7 and Iggy at 6.
All right.
Iggy had 5 because Iggy is right before me. We had the same initiative, but
All right, we're good. I got it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So now, what was I? Whose turn was it just now? We just had Wilfred who looked down the shaft. So now it's Marcher.
Okay, Marcher holds up one finger, points in the corner, and then readies a freezing ray if the Durgar there notices him.
Okay.
Ray of frost.
All right. Okay. Iggy.
Okay, I am going to ready an Eldritch Blast if the one at the corner wall, that west wall, notices us.
Okay. All right. Mara.
Yeah, no, just standing here looking intimidating, backing Rowan up.
Well, right, because Rowan asked a question in Dwarvish and got an answer in Dwarvish, so.
Yeah, so I'm just going to sit here and scowl menacingly.
All right.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Okay. Rowan.
I say out loud so that Mara can hear as well as Piccolo. There are 3 floors here. This one, the one below, and the one underneath that. But he says it can go to the Underdark.
All right. So are you asking any other questions, or you're just using your turn to say that? That's probably enough, really.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably 6 seconds.
Okay. All right. It's so it's the Durgar's turn now, and the one guy there who has surrendered is still just like he is surrendered. He is waiting to see if you're going to ask him any more questions. For these other 2, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll perception. Actually, I take it back. I'm just going to roll d20s for them to see if they would happen. Like, the elevator goes up and down constantly, but it would theoretically, if you're on guard duty, be of interest. Hey, the elevator's coming down. Anyone on it? Maybe glance over, right? And so I'm going to roll a d20 for each of them to see if they look up yet. So basically what I'm doing here is I think if it's a 15 or higher, they do look over on this round. Right. Okay, rolled a 17 and a 20. So I think they both hear the elevator coming and kind of glance up to look, and eyes widen, both of them. So that seems like it triggers held actions.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Marcher, you're Ray of Frosting, the invisible one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm gonna put him on the token layer, but this is the guy who's invisible still. So an 18, I believe, does hit. The blue is gonna be hit him invisible.
That is that is 13 points of damage.
Okay. All right, hold on. Get there. Okay. There. So he takes 13. And he was shocked just to see you all, and then you attacked him, and he's doubly shocked, and also, I guess, slowed down a bit now, right?
Yes, it reduces his speed by 10 feet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Iggy had Eldritch Blast held for the other one. Lee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So first one's 22
That hits.
for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second one is 17
17 does also hit.
for for another 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. So both of these guys are definitely wounded. All right. That makes it. Those were the held actions, and I had. So I guess it was on their turn that I had them check to notice, right? But then they both. Gosh, I think I'll count that roll as what it would have been their turn, so they don't get another turn. All right. Okay. Ale.
Ale throws a javelin at the Durgar. He can see. He knows now there's another one there, but he can't see it. So
Right.
he'll just do what he
Oh,
does.
yeah, and so by the top. Wait, we're at the top of the round, so the elevator has now sunk to the level of the floor in this room, and it has stopped there for the moment.
Okay.
It still kind of vibrates with the toot, 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 toot. Yeah, but it's stabilized for the moment.
Does a door open?
In the cage, yes.
Okay. Okay. So, otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't have a line of sight for anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
12
that's
misses,
a 12.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yep. So that's a lost javelin.
All right. Well, I'm, clanks
Yeah. Well, we're
against
probably
the wall.
going down. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
probably going to be a little while though. So.
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. So that was Ali's turn. Are you going to move or anything? Because it's
Actually,
open now.
let's see. Yep. Let's see. What else want to do quick?
You could probably make it over there and hit him if you wanted to.
Question is how long does this thing gonna stay here? Do you want me
It
to-
starts-
I mean,
If
it
it
stayed up a
starts-
few rounds.
If it starts going down, you can just do another superhero landing. Don't worry about it.
That's true. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right. So I will come charging at with the move action, and then I will cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Do you not have another attack?
Oh, but can I mix?
I
between javelin
will
and a
allow it.
sword?
I will allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will pull out the sword and hit him. But
Unfortunately,
wow, I'm not
Some low
swinging
rolls
like
there.
that.
Not like that. You
Yeah.
know.
No. All right. Well, so you've charged up at this guy though and swung at him, but he was able to dodge that one. All right. Wilfred. I think you are definitely looking down the shaft. You're seeing some action happening now.
Yeah. But actually, we talked about the invisible one. Did he have to make a concentration stack check to stay invisible?
Yes. Yeah. Let me do that. He rolled too low, so yes, he does. He's no longer invisible.
Oh, could be another playmate.
All right. So Wilfred, yeah, stuff's definitely happening down there now.
Looks like they found. Looks like they were seen. Wilfred for a moment considers like trying to go down and climb down, but I don't think he has. Yeah, I think he's gonna go and try and jump to the chain and climb.
Okay.
Climb down the chain.
Make an athletics check.
This could be bad if you fail that roll.
Yeah.
This could hurt.
At 21.
Okay.
That's a 21. Yeah, you do okay. So you are able to grab a hold of the chain, and you can get 15 feet down on this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're definitely
85
like you grab the chain
feet
and
up.
you look down, and it would have been a 100-foot drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
All right. That makes it Marcher's turn.
Marcher is going to fire another ray of frost at the
formerly
heretofore
invisible-
invisible Durgar.
All right.
Oh, only got an 8.
All right. He avoids that one. Okay.
But I'm going to stay on the elevator.
All right.
Is the cage like dropped away on all sides or pulled up or
Yeah.
was there like a door that opened or what?
I think it sinks into the floor, is what I'll say.
Okay.
All right, Iggy.
Have line of sight on both of these guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hit the heretofore invisible dude with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Or no, not Ray of Frost, Eldritch Blast. What
All
am
right.
I talking about? Now I think I'm Marcher.
Everyone
Thinking,
wants to be
right?
Marcher.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's great to be in love.
Yeah. Your
Marcher is a
girlfriend.
virus.
Dirty 20.
All right, that'll hit. Yeah.
For 4 points.
What
and
is it with
second?
rolling ones on that?
Are you same guy?
Yeah, same guy.
All right.
Guy in the corner. Is a 22
All right. Yeah.
for another 4 points.
Oh,
Okay.
man!
Yeah.
You're rolling.
You're really
Yeah.
beating that guy up, but he's not down yet. You blast him back against the wall though, because he's doesn't have any room to be pushed.
Bonk.
Yeah. All right. Are you staying where you are?
Yeah, pretty
Go over and block the
much.
door.
We could use the dead body to do that.
Well, just move over to the. I didn't think of it in my turn, but just move over to the right there so that he can't just rush out the door.
1, 2, 3.
Well, if you went around behind Marcher, you wouldn't have an opportunity attack.
Okay. Step over the dead body.
Uh huh.
Yes.
2, 3.
All right. Okay. It makes it Mara's turn. You just saw that Wilfred apparently has decided.
Wilfred would have said that I would have called out that there was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So Mara is going to walk behind the Durgar
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
and wait for him to have his attention fully on Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Once that happens, Mara is going to try to knock him out.
Okay. Okay. What method are you going to use for that?
My mace.
Okay. I mean, I think Rowan was the last one talking to him, so he kind of briefly looks as you go around behind him, but I think you wouldn't have any difficulty at making your attack. Were you
Well,
wanting
I want to give Rowan a chance to ask one more question.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps get
Well,
an answer.
so let's say you're going to wait until one more question and answer then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to jog his memory.
All right.
Sorry, I jumped him too hard.
Yeah. All right, Rowan, your turn. You see Mara standing behind him with the mace.
On what floor is your leadership?
Yeah, so it's his turn, and so what he says is, Zardarok is off finding some other new plan. He'll be back, and he'll be just as dangerous. You all haven't seen the last of him. Right? You can roll with advantage, actually, because he's restrained. A 19 hits, and 6 is actually exactly what you needed. Is that non-lethal?
Yes.
All right. All right. It's just as well. He was just starting to feel like he could sass you, so.
It's fine. He was
yeah.
ugly anyway.
Yeah. All right. So he is now unconscious. Down on the next floor down, you have the one who is engaged with Ale, who's actually going to disengage. 2, 3, 4, 5, and start running for the hallway, shouting, "Intruders! Intruders!" And then the other one in the corner actually holds up his hands and says, "Wait, wait! I can help you! I can help you!" All right, Ale.
Oh, we can't have this guy go running and screaming, so I'm going to go running up to him. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him, and then I'm going to whack at him with my sword.
All right.
That's a good lord, that's a 10 again. So that will miss.
Yeah.
And I get 2 attacks.
Yeah, you
Let's try
are
the-
definitely rolling low today so far. All right,
yeah.
That's an 18.
18
An
will-
18
yeah.
will actually hit. Hooray.
And 18 does hit.
So that's 10 plus 1 is 11 points of
That's
damage.
that you run him through.
But he did get off his yell, so that's
Yeah.
not going to be good.
Yeah, we will resolve that next round.
Yep.
All right, so that is your turn. On this turn, the elevator is still on this level, kind of doing its tick 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 sort of vibration, but has not yet started to descend. All right, Wilfred, you're climbing down?
30 feet total with
Yeah.
dash.
Right. So you are now 45 feet down. So you're 55 feet above the next, this next level down.
Yep.
All right. Okay, Marcher.
I'm going to. Can't use spells non-lethal, can we?
Not really. Like,
No.
I mean, if you wanted to try to make a case for some specific one, but generally no.
Sleep.
I'm going to look to Iggy. It's like, all right, what do you want to do? I'm just going to stand here and wait for the elevator to start moving again. That's what I'm going to do.
Pretty much. That was pretty much my plan.
Okay.
And look up and see that Wilfred's coming down. And it's like, we just need this guy to not raise the alarm.
Well, you probably did hear the other one shouting. for
yeah,
you.
Well,
raise the alarm
the other
anymore.
thing is that this is a fairly noisy place.
Yeah.
Like the elevator all by itself makes a fair amount of noise, and it's kind of just sort of an echoey, clanky sort of place.
Yeah.
So you don't know if anyone would have heard it or not. It probably depends on how far away any of them are.
Can
All
you
right.
tie him up?
So it sounds like Marcher and Iggy for now are just kind of watching him, make sure he doesn't try anything.
It's like you say you can help. Tell us how you can help.
Well,
What do you know?
so you know what? The thing that I didn't specify is that this guy does shoot. Do either of you speak Undercommon or
No, neither of us do. Or
shoot?
Dwarvish.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Holly speaks Dwarvish, but is not part of this conversation yet.
Yeah. So I think shoot, because I think he actually does only speak those languages, and so
So he surrendered.
I think his body language was pretty clear.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you ask him that question, he just kind of looks a little confused, and he's continuing, like he's holding up his hands, and he's so you ask him the question, but it looks like he doesn't
not getting an
understand you.
answer.
All right, Mara, you've knocked out the prisoner up here on this top level. Now what?
I will look at Rowan and say, I can fly myself down there, but I don't think I can carry you. You are muted if you are trying to answer me. Are you
did a
stunned by what
character.
I have done?
No, I say, I go, don't get on your bad side. There is another elevator, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can check that and then try to meet up with the other guys on the next floor.
Let's go.
So I will take the dash action.
All right.
How fast can Piccolo fly? Oh, 60 feet. Good.
Hmm.
There we go.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. All right. So, the Durgar's turn now. Um, I'm gonna roll another d20 to see if anyone heard the yell. This is another case where, like, there is a fair amount of noise, and they are actually not immediately, like, it's not a given. So I'm rolling a d20 and not telling you what the DC is. But it was only an 8 was the roll, so, like, not that you guys necessarily know that, but you don't hear any additional sounds of shouting or alarm generally. But the one guy that you have here in the corner, on his turn, he starts just saying, "Any of you speak Dwarvish or Undercommon?" And he's like saying in both languages, I can help you. I'm sure I know why you're here, but I can help. Don't kill me." And he's trying to repeat that in both Dwarvish and Undercommon, hoping that one of you at least understands some of that. All right. It is, the top of the round. Once again, the elevator stays on this level. Ale. Or is Piccolo moving or staying with?
Piccolo is moving to stay with Rowan and Mara.
Great.
So that's basically what he's going to be doing on his turns.
Okay, so Ale then.
Ale moves back into the elevator and says, "I speak Dwarvish."
He looks enormously relieved.
What do we? I'll look to my two companions and say, "What do we want to know from him?" And I think that's probably all of my action. Yeah.
So on your turn, Wilfred, you can go another 30 feet down, so you would be 25 feet above the current level. But that means you have now emerged into this room, so you're not at ground level, but you're not in the shaft anymore.
Right. Would it be possible for me to drop from here down onto an open spot?
I mean, currently you are above Ale, so if you dropped, you would land on his head.
on the paladin.
Also, it would be a 25-foot drop, which is be 3d6 fall damage. So, I mean, up to you. You could theoretically.
Just wait another round.
Yeah. As part of the thing, I'll realize I'll see that I'm below, Ale is below
kind
me,
of
so
just say, like, heads up.
I'll move
Paladin is not
over
a
an
pillow.
empty spot.
Okay.
Look out below.
No, you can't easily do that because you're climbing down a chain.
Okay.
You cannot easily move to a different chain. You could make another athletics roll if you want to try to jump to another chain.
Oh, God.
Oh, so there's multiple chains.
They're like
yeah.
on the four corners.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Never mind
Just
then.
be patient.
Okay. So, in any case, Marcher, it's your turn now.
I don't know what he can tell us, but if he got any information, then yeah. But I think we should just tie him up.
How often does the elevator move?
I can't hear
I think
that.
the elevator runs every minute.
All right, Iggy.
Okay, so since we're no longer attacking this guy, I'm going to move over to get on this thing. I'm going to move over and push the dead Durgar off to the side.
Probably a good idea. I'll move. Yeah. Bloop.
Log.
Yeah, and I'll take his place.
All right. Okay. So it is Mara, your turn. Are you rushing around with Rowan to
Yeah.
go to the other elevator?
Yep.
Okay.
So basically just following him.
All right. So you can go ahead and do your dash movement.
I'm assuming that's where I'm going.
Sure. And then Rowan, same deal.
60 feet dash.
Yep. All right. So it's the Durgar's turn now, and he first of all does seem to be like listening to see if any other Durgar are coming, but then he turns to Ale and just says, "Listen, not all the Durgar here are loyal to Zardarok. There's a conspiracy of some of us. I can take you to someone that can help."
I will give a nod. I understand, and then, of course, on my own turn, I'll tell my companions about this.
All right.
I'll make sure with my eyes and my head that I'm listening to what you're saying. I
Okay.
hear you.
All right. What I'm going to do actually right now is take us out of initiative, because right now, although there's timing for the elevators that's relevant and everyone dashing over to the other one, I think we're not really on a turn-by-turn situation now, because you're talking with this guy. None of the others are coming at the moment, and you could probably drag this guy back out of the hallway if you wanted. I don't know if you would
That's
be doing
probably a
that.
good idea
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have the time, if the thing,
Sure.
I was worried about
Yeah.
the thing.
I'll
being
just
moved, but
so
otherwise,
I'm taking us out of initiative, and I'm going to put us.
Marcher expresses that he thinks that the elevator moves once a minute.
So you guys have a little bit of time there. I will say that for the others of you, like that you're running around to the other elevator, you can go ahead and move yourself there, and what you look down and see is that the elevator seems to currently be stopped on the next level down. So it's 100 feet below you currently, and it is stopped currently on that level.
Probably on its way up because they operate opposite.
Does it look like there's anyone on it?
No.
Okay.
All right. And Piccolo will definitely tell Iggy, and Iggy will tell the others that Rowan and Mara and Piccolo are heading down the other elevator, which is going opposite to us. So, or at least it looks like it's going opposite to us. So, they'll be joining us shortly.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Guessing.
now no longer in initiative proper. This other Durgar, who again is now that you seem like you're talking to him, he lowers his hands like gradually, like, I'm not going for a weapon. I'm just like, we can have a conversation where I'm not hostage. Is his thinking. And what he says is, first I'd get off the platform there. It's in another little bit. It's going to descend. It only stays on this level for a minute.
That's where we're going.
You don't want to go down there yet. Not yet. Not yet. I need you to talk to someone here.
All right. All right.
Are there any more of you? Is it just you three?
There's two
Hi.
teams.
Wilfred would probably.
Wilford's coming
Oh
down.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wilfred can. I'll go ahead and move you.
It's like it just be raiding adventurers.
So I think what he's just going to say is, there's a lot of people down on the forge level, and if I can talk to someone who can help, so come with me.
All right.
Are there any others of you? Like, do we need to tell them to not make a fuss until we can get this done?
If Iggy has been telling us what the other team is doing, then
Yeah.
then
Ali's just
Yeah.
translating back and forth and not offering any opinions of his own. He's being a dumb translator, literally.
tell them that there's another team at the other elevator. They'll be coming down as soon as it's coming down.
Yeah.
He says,
I do that. And how do the elevators work with each other? Do they go at the same time?
Yeah, so they both are on this level now, but next this one's going down and the other one's going up. So if they wait a minute, they can catch it over there and then come back down to this level. If you guys stay here, we can go ahead and meet them in the training room.
Then we'll do that.
All right, so I think everyone's in their bunks right now on this level, so if we be quiet, we can maybe get through without anyone noticing us.
The unsneaky paladin. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Clank, clank.
And he's looking kind of like beat up, like he's pretty injured, and he kind of, there's a moment where he just kind of says, I don't suppose any of you have heal. You know what? We're not there yet. It's fine. Come on.
Yeah.
Our relationship has not matured. To this
Yeah,
level.
yeah. All right. So he is starting to like he sort of gestures to hold you back, and he's like coming up to this intersection here and looking both ways for a second. As you guys are kind of looking in the hallway here, you see a set of double doors directly across, and then the hallway extends both to the left and to the right also. And he says, it's clear. But I do need a stealth check for Marcher and Wilfred and Iggy and Owly.
Got an 8.
One.
Oh, 4.
Okay. Wow.
I got a 9, which is better somehow. I don't know how that
Yeah.
worked.
I got an 11.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's not going to make up for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh well.
All right, so
I was rooting for you, and I was going to be so generous.
Yeah, I
But
guess
then
we're gonna
only
go back.
one of 4 of you even got above 10.
So,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
because I'm still thinking with Piccolo. Can Piccolo see what you see? Is it a two-way street?
No.
No, it's me seeing through his eyes, and I think I'm going to take a minute to just kind of talk through him and said, "Okay, we think we've got something down here. We've got somebody that can help, but it's going to be a nightmare because none of us can stealth."
All right, so I'm going to say that the stealth represents you actually trying to follow him. So I'm going to say you all kind of you're following him down the hallway. So like you're like around here when you guys are just, you're marching along and you're just like, I don't know, tell me how is your stealth so bad?
Iggy trips on something and knocks into Owley, who slams into Wilfred, and then Marcher
Yeah.
slams
Yeah,
into
30
as
car
well.
collisions.
And
Well,
we
Great.
just kind of go, "Pfft."
Yeah, another thing that I think could be part of it is that there is this like awful greasy smoke that just permeates the air everywhere in here. So like one of you maybe gets a coughing fit or something like that.
Yeah. And bends over. I mean, we rolled so terribly.
Yeah, and so I think this
It's a
guy
Keystone Cop situation.
this guy who is leading you just kind of turns back to you all in horror, just like
We are professional adventurers, really.
yeah. And so I think just as a moment there, you see at the back towards the west, these doors open. And there's a Durgar at the far side saying, "What's going on?" And then the guy who was helping you just kind of says, "It's okay to kill those guys. I'll meet you after this."
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Mara, I
So
don't-
we're gonna roll new initiatives.
New initiatives.
Oh,
Mara, I don't think things are going well for them.
oh hey.
Hey, I got a 21. Nice.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me? Because I could not hear a thing.
Oh, I just said to Mara, I don't think they're doing too well. They're
Right.
sneaking somewhere.
So I
Well,
am going to simplify this by saying that Rowan and Mara are only one round away from arriving at this level, the next level down. So let me move you over to there. So just because like it's a pain having you separated. So I'll say you guys had just sort of emerged into where you can look around and see this room that you're in. And what you see is braziers of glowing hot coals stand in the corners of this room, working to offset the cold air that flows through. Hang on. Also, let me put one of the tokens in there because I have a brazier in there already, but yeah. So sorry, distracting myself with my own nonsense. So The brazier is working to offset the cold air that flows through a row of arrow slits on the south wall. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armor. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down away from it. The chains are in constant motion. You hear loud mechanical noises high above and below. And so, on the next round, you will be free to move about the cabin. Does everyone have their new their new initiative in
Yep.
there?
Yes.
Great. Oh, hang on. Let me roll for Drek, who is your new best friend, Durgar. All
You
right.
ran like Billy O.
Okay.
Kind of rough
Don't
him up.
blame him.
Well, yes, I didn't lay a glove on him. I'm innocent on this one.
Okay. So, as that makes Marcher your first. So what you have seen right now is you only see one over there, but he has definitely seen all of you.
Yeah. So, okay, let me just check. I need to step forward a little bit in order to be in range. I'm going to go to here and fire off a ray of frost.
All right.
15.
A 15 doesn't hit. He holds up a shield and blocks it.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. Piccolo is still with Rowan, I assume.
Yeah.
All right.
And just remember, Rowan, you can actually hear Iggy's voice sometimes when Piccolo speaks. So I can actually speak to you through him.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Rowan, it is your turn. Right now, you are still on this descending elevator, and there's a cage around it. But you know what you've been told.
Yeah, I look over.
I
at
think you
Mara.
probably don't know yet that things have gone bad, because that just happened.
That's why I said I don't think they're going good because they're sneaking.
Yeah.
I just look at Mara and I put my finger, the shh,
All right.
to show that once we can get off this sneaky time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the sneaky people are on the other elevator.
If you guys want to make a distraction, I am okay with that.
Well, I think that's what we're doing.
All right. Okay, Wilfred.
Okay. Guess I want to keep my shield up and everything. Wait. Oh, I want to get the right tool. I'm going to dash forward to here.
Mm-hmm.
Shield up, hammer ready. But yeah. And that's my turn.
All right. So now it's the Durgar's turn. And this guy roars with rage and enlarges.
Good. We only have to deal with one at a time that way.
And he moves forward to you, but he used his action to enlarge. But at that point, too, just past him, Wilfred, you see coming out of these other doors. Doom, doom, doom. There's a whole bunch of them in there apparently, and they're all emerging.
All I can see for sure are two.
I am tempted to cast Storm Sphere, but correct me if I'm wrong. That's a really noisy spell, correct?
I'm not sure. I would say look at the description.
It fires off lightning bolts.
I mean, it makes sense that it might be, but I don't know that it by canon or official. I don't know that it officially
I mean, it's
is.
not one of those things that's audible 300 feet, but
Yeah.
nevertheless.
All right.
And also, you'd be putting a thunderstorm in a building.
Yeah. So it's perhaps not the smartest thing tactically, but you now have had all of these Durgars come out of their room and prepare for battle by enlarging. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
And then so over on the other side of you, this guy says, "Good luck," and he runs and he goes into this room and yeah. Sorry.
Hey, maybe if you didn't rough him up.
Well, he's very injured already, and the idea here is that he would be helping you to fight the other Durgar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he's not that brave. All right, Ale.
Okay, so I'm going to dash to here, and then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on
Front
the
guy.
Durgar,
Yeah. All
and
right.
that's my turn.
All right.
Riding sword and shield with my band of my brother here, so
Yeah.
to speak, or brother by another mother in species.
Okay. Iggy.
Okay. I'm going to actually back up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
get line of sight, and then 2 Eldritch Blasts on this massive Durgar that I can see.
Yeah, go for it.
Boy, do I love the fact that this has 120-foot range.
Hmm.
Alright, so first one is a 25
That'll definitely hit.
for 4 points of damage.
Again.
Yeah.
Second one, dirty 20 to hit.
Definitely still hits.
That one's 5 points of damage.
Oh, you know.
I think,
Yeah.
I think
So are you pushing him back?
Yeah, I'm pushing. I'm pushing
Oh,
him
nice.
back
Okay.
a little bit.
So you slam him backwards, further back
Good.
into that room.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Mara, your turn. You're still, on the elevator. Do, 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 do. All right.
So what do people usually do on the elevators? Do we just wait?
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the round. So the elevator does now reach this level. And if you were in that other room, you would see that other one starts descending again. But no, excuse me. It has just come back up from the bottom floor. Is what it does actually. So, but in any case, Marcher, it is now your turn.
Okay, I am going to move forward a bit. Basically so I can check out the side corridors and make sure we're not being flanked.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to shoot an ice knife
Okay.
cast ice knife at 3rd level at the lead Durgar. Now, it says that the target and each creature within 5 feet of it. So that means that the guys that are basically adjacent to him.
Yeah, I feel like what that's really intended to mean is that it has like a 5-foot blast radius, but like it doesn't really make sense that it would be that much bigger just because you attack a bigger thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean that's the rules as written, but I'll take
It's
it
true.
however you want to go.
I feel like I would allow you to target in such a way that, like, if you're targeting, say, the lower left square of this front guy, then 5
Okay.
feet radius would get the 3 around him.
Okay, then that's how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
So the initial attack with the ice knife itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 11 to hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that
But-
misses, unfortunately. But then,
But they have to make a DC 13 dexterity save to avoid 17 points of cold damage.
that's a fair amount. So let's see how they go. So first, the guy you targeted, he gets a 13 exactly. And then 11, 16, and 2.
So 17 for if they don't save, and 8 if they save.
Yeah, okay, so 8 for 2 of them and 17 for another 2, which is still pretty good.
Thank you a lot there, Iggy, because that blowback was exactly what I needed.
Teamwork.
Yeah. So yeah, as your ice knife explodes, a couple of these Durgar take quite a lot of ice shrapnel and seem pretty wounded. The guy that you targeted avoided some of that, but he had already been hurt, so he seems pretty wounded too. All right.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Great. Piccolo's staying with Rowan, I assume. But what's Rowan doing now that you're on this level and in this room with training dummies and standing
So-
suits of armor?
I'm gonna take out my bow, but I'm going to try to be sneaky and open this door and peek out.
Yeah, I think the plan as you were coming down had probably been that they were going to meet you here. So the fact that they're not here is a little bit like something's already a little bit funny. Here,
So I'll
let's-
roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Hopefully I do better than them, although I have to do it at disadvantage.
So yeah, at disadvantage, that's a 6. But at the same time, you're far enough away. Nothing seems to see you in this case. But yeah, so you look out and you see an empty hallway, but I think you hear sounds of battle coming from the west.
Okay.
Yeah. Specifically, ice shards shattering.
Well, and yelling Durgar.
And I'll keep an eye out on the just kind of making sure no one's coming out of any of the other doors.
Yeah.
Piccolo is still riding along on Rowan's head. That's why I'm moving him in
Yeah.
tandem with you.
No, that's great. Okay, Wilfred.
Okay, gonna go up. See that like there's a lot of them, and then make attacks against one in front.
Makes sense. Let's see those dice.
15.
15 just misses, I'm afraid. Yeah, he blocks it with his shield.
And lower for the second attack.
Yeah, so he is, he's rallying after getting shoved back and then ice shrapneled.
Yeah.
And he's also now surrounded by his buddies. So,
Yeah. That's my turn.
yep. Okay, it is now their turn. And so this guy who's right up front there is going to use his war pick with an attack on you for 17.
Nope.
All right.
Oh.
So this guy here, he's going to come up and also do that for a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's going to do 9 piercing damage.
Ooh.
But yeah, the rest of these guys have gotten themselves, like it's a little bit blockaded in here, but some of them do have ranged weapons. So I think the ones that are in melee with Wilfred, like the others, don't seem to worry about you. But 3 of them are going to throw enlarged javelins at Ale.
That throws.
Okay, it's a 17.
Oh, great. 17 will miss.
11 and 16. So
Also miss.
So yeah, I think Marcher probably dances out of the way as these enlarged javelins sort of skitter across the floor at you, and then as they come to a rest, turn back to normal size. All right. Yeah, and so Ale, your turn now.
All right, so moving up forward to here, and I am going to attack the Durgar right in front of us. Let's see.
You step back
Longsword.
5 feet, only but one of them would be able to attack you at a time. But yeah, okay.
But I wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
I wouldn't
He
be able
needs
to
to
attack
be
any
within
of
5
them.
feet to attack them.
Yeah.
Yep. So 24 will hit. Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
So that. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
wrong.
Well,
I mean
17
roll
will also
damage,
hit,
not
though.
that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that can be my second one. Okay, so first thing is 8 plus
Okay.
6 is 14 damage.
Yeah, you kill that one.
Okay, then I will use a minor action to transfer the hunter's mark to the one right below me.
Okay.
And what's
Bonus
roll the
action.
damage for
And you're
Yeah, it's my
roll
bonus
the
action.
damage for that one
Bonus
because you
action
also hit.
Right. Yep. So that's 9 plus 9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
There you go. Hack,
Finally.
slash, you take 2 of them down.
Finally!
Yeah.
How it represents. Yeah.
And they shrink down when they die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that old video game, not Crush Homo and Chomp, the other one. Where after you turn into a monster, you turn into a little person.
Yeah. Altered Beast.
Yeah, thank you.
Or Rampage also does that.
Rampage, yes.
Yeah.
And then you go,
Oh man, that was a classic.
Yeah. Okay, that was Ale. So, Iggy.
Alright, so I'm going to aim at this guy.
All right.
Alright. First Eldritch Blast.
That'll hit.
21 For 7 points of damage. That's a
Alright.
little bit better.
Yeah, he is still not all the way dead, though.
Second one misses.
Yeah, so that guy is extremely wounded, but doesn't go down, and the second one blasts over his head.
Yep.
All right. Are
How
you
did
moving?
I miss that?
Well, he evaded it, you know, and
Yeah,
like he's,
I know, but it's just so big. How
Yeah.
do you miss something that big?
Glanced off his armor.
Well, yeah, it's not that you were bad necessarily, is that you hit him once and he dodged the next one. So in any case, though, are you moving or are you staying where you are?
I think I'm going to move a couple of squares back.
Okay.
Since I still have range on them.
All right.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
still well within range.
Mara, your turn.
Well, I'm going to follow the marcher and
The Rowan?
or not the marcher. Rowan,
Everybody's doing
I
it.
did it too. Everyone has done it now.
It's like an infection.
Okay, so I follow the Rowan, and I hear that there is fighting, and I keep going.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Marcher.
All right. I am going to shoot a ray of frost at the fellow just straight at the end of the corridor there.
Gotcha.
The real marcher, not any of the fake marchers.
Yes. Yes.
Except no substitutes.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
no.
a one.
So a critical fail with 2 of your colleagues in the line of
no.
fire.
oh no.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to see. Well, no, I want you each to roll a d20 to deter whichever of you rolls higher avoids it. Okay.
16 for me.
19.
All right. So Ale, I'm afraid you're getting a ray of frost to the back.
Oh no.
Aren't
Yeah.
you resistant?
Yes, I am.
So it's better than it might have been. So go ahead and roll damage for your ray
I
of frost.
rolled 15.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, wow!
Yeah,
So-
that's
Good
6.
thing you're resistant.
Yeah. So it would be 6 cold damage to you as you are,
And I'm slowed.
receive friendly fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, those critical misses sometimes matter. Okay, Rowan.
Okay. Since Mara just went off, I was thinking about investigating these rooms, but I gotta go with my compatriots here. Let's see.
At least I hit you in the center of mess.
Oh, nice. Let's see how far away is that? Because I think I can hit that guy.
Let's see. Well, with your longbow, yeah, longbows have crazy range.
That's 150 feet range.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's well within my range.
Yeah.
Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Well,
I think we're close enough that Piccolo could fly to me and
let's see.
rejoin me.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah. So, currently this one that's directly in your line of sight is 145 feet away, so you could definitely target him.
145 feet. Let me see if do I have a spell that can reach that far? And if I do, that might be a little better to assist them.
Angle?
No, it's only got 90 feet, so I have to get a little closer. So in that case, we're gonna go with sharpshooter.
Fire,
I can kill this fellow.
No, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Ah,
Hey,
Well,
it
just
only
don't get a one.
reduces. Yeah, it only reduces the my plus. Doesn't make it harder. Doesn't make it technically harder.
well, and generally speaking, having someone in the way, is only like I don't usually make that be a risk unless you roll a 1. All right, so go ahead and roll your attack.
All right, so the first one, dirty 20,
That'll hit.
and I'll roll the second one.
And so that guy only had 2 hit points. So
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that guy definitely dies.
yeah, and I can only see him, so I've only the second
Yeah.
attack won't matter.
Right.
So you guys hear
Yeah. Yeah.
and then this arrow goes through this guy's chest.
Yeah. Air whistles past you, and then an arrow, and your
And then you
major
hear,
companion.
"Aha! Center of mass."
I recognize that shot anywhere.
Nice. Okay, Wilfred.
Okay, well, there's a Durgar just up. I can hit the Durgar that's.
Yeah, you don't. You can the diagonal one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Swing. Ooh, 19, natural 19. So
That'll
that's a
hit.
crit for me.
Yeah.
Ha. And that would be 18.
Nice. That is a substantial hit for this big boy.
A natural 20 for the second attack.
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
2 crits.
I don't think I don't know.
You're gonna kill this guy for sure in this round.
Yeah.
So like you can roll the damage if you want for fun. But he only has 8 hit points left, and I think you can beat that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you hack and slash this guy? From full to dead in 2 strikes.
Basically it goes like center, like just a jab center mass to knock back, then kind of a jumping uppercut to hit him on the top, and then he shrinks down as he falls.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Are you moving at all or staying put?
No, I'm gonna keep a. Well, actually,
I mean, up to you.
yeah, I'm gonna stay there, stay in the door.
Mm-hmm. Bottlenecks them a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is their turn now. So you're getting, let's see. Doom, doom, doom. And then I think they're all coming around like this. So I think we got war pick attacks. 2 of them coming at you, Wilfred, and 1 for Ale.
Okay.
And then
And then we got Aule's protective ability there too.
Yes, so one of the attacks on Wilfred will be at disadvantage.
okay, so we'll say this first one is disadvantage. Was still a 19.
That hits.
Would have been a crit, but
Yeah.
at disadvantage.
Okay, I
it's a
saved a
19.
little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, with the way we do crits, it's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
From that first attack. And then the next attack is not at disadvantage. So that's a 23 to hit
Yeah.
for another 11 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's got a big war pick.
Mhm.
All right. There's one for you, Ale. They didn't forget.
No, I didn't think they would.
Oh, critical miss though for that dude.
Does he hit his ally?
No, but I think he breaks his war pick on the wall. and it shatters, and he grunts in fury. In the meantime, the two behind them are looking a little further out, and I think you're getting 2 javelin attacks coming your way, Marcher.
Okay.
Javelin enlarged ranged. 16.
I will use a shield spell to block it. So
Okay.
My armor class is now 19.
All right. The next one is an 18, so both of them are deflected by your shield. Boom, boom.
Yes.
All right. That is their turn. Ale, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to put my hunter's mark on the Durgar in front of me.
All right.
That's the one that didn't break the warp pit, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's
That's the one I'm
southern
attacking.
one, yeah.
So that's a 15.
15, yeah, he deflects it with his shield.
Oh, let's give it one more shot.
Just need to do one better.
Ah, there you go. You guys are
Critical hit.
getting the crits tonight. For sure.
Yay. All right, so let's see. So that's be 12 plus 15 is 17. 3 is 20 points of damage in total.
Yeah, you killed that guy.
And, I mean, if it wasn't, I was going to spend a thing on him, but yeah, he's dead, so that's fine.
All right. Should I think? Yeah, there we go. To not have him on top of the other dead one. All right. Okay, that's your turn. You moving or staying?
That's
where
my
you
turn. No,
Okay.
I'm no. Bottleneck is a good idea.
are? Yeah. All right, Iggy.
All right, I'm going to shoot both of these guys that I can see. The top one first and the bottom one second.
Mm-hmm.
So top one is 24 to hit
That hits.
for 12 points of damage.
Nice.
right, yeah.
Okay, finally rolling good on the damage.
Yeah.
And bottom is 12.
12 to
and
hit.
That's
Doesn't.
a miss.
Yeah. All right, Mara. Mara.
Spence? Apologies.
Oh, no
I
worries.
had house things.
I understand.
Anyway,
That's fine.
I'm just dashing 60 feet.
Okay. All right. Back at the top of the round, Marcher, it's you're up again.
Okay, I am going to. Yeah, I think there's another ray of frost at the one that Iggy damaged with the.
Sounds good. Let's see the roll.
Got a 19.
That'll hit.
8 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it. He's pretty hurt, but not down.
And yeah, that's my round.
Okay. Rowan.
Alrighty, I'm gonna take a shot at the one at top first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 6. That does not hit.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
I'll take another one at him. Ha! I rolled the exact
Yeah,
same
another
one.
another 6. Yeah.
Those fancy shots.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Even
neither
with-
of those were going to hit even with.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with center of mass. Yeah.
Yep.
So fair.
All right. Are you staying where you are? Or are you moving a little closer?
If I move closer, they'll probably attack me. But I'm actually going to stay here because I do remember seeing those 3 rooms behind us. So
Mhm.
I'm going to stay there just in case something
Kinda
shows up. Try to
Monitor
get us-
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, all right, Wilfred, your turn.
Okay, got one. Right up diagonal. So I'm gonna smash it. Natural 20.
Wow! Wow!
Wow.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond
And-
loves your rolls. With.
That
He's
would
not
be
using it, that's it.
14 damage.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Second attack. Only a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
And I'm going to use my bonus action for a second wind.
All right. Probably a good idea.
So my Okay, regain 12 HP. That's better.
Mm-hmm. All right. It is their turn now. You've got two of this guy moves up to fill the space, and you're getting two attacks, Wilfred. Because
Okay.
you keep killing them.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is 16. That's gonna miss,
No.
right? And then a 6. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. You're getting a melee javelin, Ale, from the guy who broke his war peg.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
That will hit me.
10 piercing damage.
That will hurt. That's hurting.
Yeah. And then the other guy in the back there is sees what's happening there, and he's going to throw another javelin at Marcher.
Okay.
And gets a crit.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah. Actually, hang on. Know what? You're out of his. No, it's still a 22, but he should have been attacking at disadvantage at this range. It's only a 30-foot range, but so it is a 22, but not a crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So 12 piercing damage.
okay. I will use. No, actually, that's going to come off of temp, so that's fine.
Okay. All right, that's their turn. Ale.
Okay, I'm going to transfer the Hunter's Mark to the Durgar that's attacking me with the melee javelin, so I'd be the one below. And I will try to repay him in kind for his stabbies. So that's that's a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
So that's that's 7, but I'm going to spend the spell slot.
I mean, I guess you would choose the spell slot. I mean, I was just going to say 7 is enough to kill him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, then I guess
guy goes
I'm
down.
not doing that.
That guy was pretty hurt.
I think that was the wrong one, though. I think he was attacking the one to the south.
Oh, I thought you were saying the one that was directly ahead of you.
No, the one that attacked me with the javelin.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, then 7 plus however much.
Yep. So I'm going to spend the divine smite for another 9.
All right. Your sword flashes with divine radiance and burns this guy. You cut his beard in half.
Now I get one more shot.
16 just hits. Just hits.
Oh, it just hits. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 8 plus 1, so another 9.
Okay. That last one, if you're attacking, so never mind. Okay.
So attack. Yeah, so attacking
So
one
minus
below.
9 this time. He has 1 hit point. I was just about to say that he didn't have the hunter's mark, but that's because I put the hunter's mark on the wrong guy for the same reason that I was doing the other thing. So, all right, yeah. So that guy has 1 hit point. He is very wounded. All right.
That's me.
Yeah, Eggy.
Right, I'm going to motion to Rowan to come up and join me. Because I don't want him to kill our Durgar or attack our Durgar friend before we have a chance to see if he's going to betray us or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one directly in front of me. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if I can take him down. Not with that roll. That first one was an 8.
An 8's not going to do it.
Second one was a 21.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Yeah, you kill that guy. He blasts back at the side of the wall and then shrinks while he's stuck to the wall and then slides down. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that guy is down. So, you staying where you are?
Yeah, hold on. I want to see something because
Okay.
there's a thing I've never done.
Oh, yeah, your hexblade thing?
No, I'm saving that. I have an
Okay.
accursed specter.
No, that's
Thing.
what
I
I was
could-
that's what I was
yeah.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You about to raise this thing from the dead?
Kinda.
No, I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna let that one lie for a little while.
All right. Okay, so Mara, your turn.
I am going to shout. Well, no, not shout. I am going to say, because I can see down over the heads of Wilfred and Ale. Yes.
Yeah.
Do that one. Yeah.
I am going to say, the moonlight cannot save you. And I will cast Moonbeam,
Okay.
which has a 120-foot range, so I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
At second level. They have to make Constitution saves.
On their turn, right?
Yeah.
On their turn.
So here's the circle, but where are you on it? Whoops.
Actually, right there. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Marcher.
I am going to. I'm expecting. No, I'm gonna shoot another ray of frost at the one that I can see there.
Okay.
At the end of the tower there.
Hmm?
21 to hit,
All right.
10 damage.
All right. He shakes his fist at you. Roar. All right. Rowan.
Um,
So Iggy has just gestured at you like you should come closer, I guess.
yeah, I will, but I will. I only see one, but that's fine. I will take a shot at the individual illuminated by the beam of light.
Okay.
23.
That'll hit.
And he has already been hurt, so that is
Mhm.
8 plus 1, so that is 3 points plus Colossus Slayer,
Mm-hmm.
another 3 points, so that is
Okay.
6 points total.
All right. Yeah. It hurts him, but he's still up.
And I'll take my second shot.
Mm-hmm.
14 doesn't hit, does it?
No. He evades that one. All right. End of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
Wilfred.
Okay, still got one right
Mm-hmm.
up front. So, dirty 20
Okay, that'll hit.
for 6.
Okay. He's still up. Getting hurt.
And then
though.
only an 11 for the
Yeah.
second attack.
Now he smacks your sword out of the way with his shield on that one. But he's hurting for sure.
Yep.
And so he's going to swing back at you with his war pick. He gets a 6.
Well, no, first.
Oh.
He takes the moonbeam damage.
I was talking about a different guy, but you're right.
I apologize.
So I'll do that guy in a second. So yeah, the guy who is just exchanging blows with Wilfred tries to hit him back and misses.
Nope.
And then so the guy who is fighting with Ale is going to try again with his melee javelin. Gets an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit me.
Okay, that's a 12 piercing damage.
Yeah, the paladin's not looking great at the moment.
Yeah. Now the third Durgar who's in the moonbeam, now he makes his Constitution saving throw, and he gets a 7.
Roll.
Excellent. So
How much
let's
moon
roll
damage
that
does he take?
Beautiful radiant damage.
17. Dang. Yeah, that he is burned up in that moonbeam.
He is covered in white flames and then smolders away.
Yeah, he screams and crumples to the ground and then shrinks. He's burned away. All right, so that was the Durgar's turn. Ale, you've got one
All right.
very injured one and one still pretty injured one left.
Yeah, I'm gonna step at the one that's trying to disembowel me.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a good job of that too.
The 12 is
12
gonna
will miss.
Yeah.
And we'll try again.
Yes.
25 will do it.
25 will hit.
He only has one hit point. How do you kill him?
I'm a fan of the beheading, so I behead him.
Nice.
I mean, may not collect the heads like Marcher, but I take them all the same.
Yeah.
Does
So
it-
well, and remember, he's ogre-sized currently. So like describe the leap you make to.
So I step back and go screaming up with the sword and catch him in the side of the neck, and my 18 strength is enough to sever the head from body.
Nice.
And down he goes and shrinks, and the head shrinks into a little ball.
Yep. Well, it's still dwarf head size. It's not tiny, but anyway. All right.
Little by Marcher and Ale standards.
Okay, Iggy, you're up. Although I think you probably don't have line of sight on any of the remaining ones.
I don't have line of sight. I'll save an action for if I do get line of sight on them to Eldritch Blast them in the face, and
Okay.
I will tell Mara and Rowan, who are right there by me, and said, we might have found a friendly Durgar who's willing to help us, so that's why I wanted you to come here. He went in that door. We don't want to just kill him on sight.
All right. Mara.
Mara smiles creepily and notices that Wilfred is still swinging at something.
Yeah, I think
so
you can.
I'm going to move the moonbeam
Mm-hmm.
to where I can see it in the corner. Yes, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
And I think that's my action
Great.
that I can do.
yeah.
And I will stay put, but definitely not looking so queasy about death.
All right. Marcher.
Yeah, I'm going to ready an action to use a ray of frost if I see another Durgar.
Great. Rowan. You probably don't have line of sight on any of them right now.
No, I don't. But I will use detect thoughts on Mara
Okay.
and
What?
say, and speak calmly and say, "Are you okay?" Because that smile isn't how you normally act. And it's in a questioning but very calming sort of way, like more or less in a very concerned way.
And you would have access to her surface thoughts too, right?
Yes, but I can't. But unless I, but she would have a check if I try to delve deeper.
Right. So, Mara, first, what are your surface thoughts currently, and then how do you respond to hearing Rowan's voice in your head?
The surface thoughts are make them suffer, make them pay.
Oh,
And the response doesn't come.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. So that's Rowan's turn. Wilfred.
Okay, gonna go ahead and move up so I'm step onto the
Yeah.
dead body of the one in front of me, and
I mean,
then
you could probably stand over it without literally standing on his face or something, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
just swing for 23
That'll hit.
for 4 damage.
All right. He is very badly wounded, but not down. Almost.
And a 21 for the second.
That'll do it. He only has 2 hit points. So how do you finish this guy off?
Just sweep out his legs and then just kind of onto the center of the chest.
Nice. And he shrinks back down. And all seems quiet for the moment. There don't seem to be any others right at the moment. So
Warford kind of sags. Say, Mara, I could use a healing spell.
Mara like takes a very deep breath and kind of closes her eyes and walks forward very absently and gives Wilfred a level 3 heal and gives Ale a level 2 heal. So if I can pull up the right screen, I can do it. So for Wilfred, oops, did that do it?
You went through.
yeah.
Okay,
18.
so that's 18 for Wilfred, and then 12 for Ale.
I think I'm going to spend some of my own healing on myself too.
Okay.
Because I'm not doing great. So
Mhm.
I'm going to put 10 lay on hands on myself.
All right.
And Warford will look at her and say, "Are you okay?"
Everything will be fine.
You seem to be behaving a little different.
Don't have time for philosophy. Let's find that guy who.
Yeah, in fact, actually, at about that time, the door to the that hallway up there opens, and the it's not the same Durgar. It's a different one. Sort of peeks out just briefly, sees that it seems to be finished, and then he waves you in, and backs out.
Maybe somebody closed the door so that it's not immediately obvious that there was a massacre over there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
Wilfred go in with weapon downside, but shield up just in case. Yeah.
Sure. So in that room, you see the following. 3 braziers heaped with glowing hot coals illuminate and heat this long hall. At the eastern end is a hexagonal stone table surrounded by 6 stone chairs. Seated in the chair facing the door is a haggard old Durgar with long black hair streaked with ribbons of white and fingernails like shards of iron. She is devouring a hearty buffet of cooked meats, mushrooms, and strange underdark fare. Lurking next to her is a small mechanical dragon made of a shiny black substance.
Oh, dear God.
Hunched over a hot stove in the west side of the room are 3 Durgar cooks. At the sight of you, they drop their utensils and reach for their weapons. Never mind, that doesn't happen. Because, you have been, waved inside. So first of all, we have a handoff for this old lady, Durgar. If it will load.
Man, what's the deal with old lady dwarves and
Yeah. Yeah, so this is who you currently see in there, flanked by, bodyguards and stuff like that. And let me double check to see if it's does she speak? Because the adventure clearly expects you to talk to her, so let me see if it says she has different languages. Yeah, she speaks Common. So I think as you come in, she gestures you inside, and says, "Why don't you close the door so we can have a conversation in private?" She says in Common.
I'll close the door.
She looks at all of you and says, "You took care of all those boys over at the gate?"
The ones at the far end of the corridor.
And the one that you had previously met nods and says, "See, I think they can do it." And she says, "I imagine that you lot are here to get revenge for the dragon attack on 10 towns. Am I correct?"
That would be nice, but we are interested in one person in particular.
Prisoner.
Is that a fact? Tell me.
A Goliath, like. She was taken recently.
She looks over at her bodyguards, and one of them kind of says in Dwarvish, so those of you who speak Dwarvish would understand, says, "I think they do have a Goliath prisoner downstairs." And so she says, "Sounds like there is a Goliath prisoner, so I certainly think that her release could be something on the table for certain. But let me tell you a little bit about the situation that you currently find yourselves in. If you wish revenge for the dragon attack on 10 towns, I certainly can understand that perspective, but Zardarok Sunblight, the engineer behind that attack, has fled the fortress, and I have no idea if he will return at all, ever, or if he is simply freezing to death somewhere in the wilderness. That said, a lot of his men are still here. And I would rather that they not be. I am Grandolpha Muscat, and I didn't care for Zardarok, and I would just as soon have the Durgar abandon this folly, this madness of his, and leave 10 towns well enough alone. But this fortress still has quite a lot of people who are loyal to the point of madness to Zardarok, and are determined that they hold down the fort until he returns, which is probably, as I mentioned, not going to happen. So, some of the Durgar here are with me. If you could do me the enormous favor of killing the ones that are loyal to Zardarok and leaving the ones loyal to me alive, I certainly would not object to you taking whatever else you like from the fortress, including your prisoner.
Why did Zardarok leave?
I imagine it had something to do with his toy being destroyed, and the utter failure of his intent. Well, I suppose utter failure is a bit uncharitable. It did seem like it did quite a lot of damage.
Too much for my taste.
And what did you play in this role?
Oh, well, have you ever been on a really bad blind date?
No.
I was brought here under false pretenses. My understanding was that Zardarok wished that my family's brewing company would enter into a business partnership with him. Only when I arrived did I discover that he intended to seek my hand in marriage, something I had no interest in whatsoever.
You know, I would like to do an insight check.
Sure, yeah. I mean, this lady is she is a sly old Durgar. You feel like she might well be, who knows what she's thinking.
And so I'm just like, believing you is hard, especially seeing as your little friend there looks awfully familiar. Looking at the suitor.
Oh yes, this was a gift from Zardarok. Of course, it was meant to be representative of his grand plans. He was promising me all of 10 towns and all of that. But to be clear, for someone as astute as myself, it was obvious immediately that Zardarok was a few nuggets short of a gold mine, if you follow me. He had been clearly driven mad by this pursuit, and I had no interest. However, this little gift is quite a nifty little companion, and she sort of like pets its head, and it's basically like a Chardolin version of Piccolo, and it sort of like it like nuzzles at her hand in a sort of mechanical way.
Ugh.
So how would we know which Durgar in this fortress are allied with you and not trying to flay us alive?
Well, we had a code word just in case of emergencies, and so if you were to just say, Grandolpha sent us, when you encounter Durgar, if they are with me, they will let you be.
That
However, I will also say that if they are not, if they're not, they were going to attack you anyway.
I look at Marcher and say, "It's up to you, buddy."
Question before we even get that far. I'll look at Ale and Mara and say, can either one of you two sense the presence of good or evil and can check out that pseudo dragon?
I
Because
certainly.
we know that Chardolin, if it's the same Chardolin that the dragon was made out of, may be a container for evil, like those weapons that were in the hands of the berserkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can divine sense the Charlatan dragon, and I will do so.
All right.
I do not believe that my detect good and evil would be helpful, as it only helps me find things that are undead or fiendish or celestial. So I do not think it would apply in this instance.
So
I didn't know whichever one. I just wanted
the
to,
one
to
that
see
can
if we
detect
could.
like desecrated or hallowed, like sanctified objects could be used, but you've used that in the past to sort of test the alignment of various pieces of Chardolin.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that was Aule, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Ali's done it, and so Ali will do it now.
Okay. You don't get the sense that, like, whether this thing is nice or not is unknown, but it does not seem to be filled with demonic energy or anything.
So then I'll turn to Iggy and says it does not have the evil taint within it.
Okay, good. Whew.
That was
Because
smart
I
thinking
know-
of you.
My
Yeah,
my
I know
goal.
how charming pseudo dragons are, and I did not want to deprive you of a companion if I didn't have to.
Well, I'm quite aware that there is lots more Chardolin here in the fortress, and there's plenty of it that I wouldn't go near, personally.
Yes.
My
Perhaps
purpose here is to
if we-
rescue the prisoners.
So who remains on this floor?
Well, if you've taken out everybody there in the gate room, and she looks to the Durgar who initially offered his help is introduced as Drek, and he nods and says, and then you've gotten everybody else in the barracks at the gate. Then I shouldn't think that there's anyone left on this floor. There's
There
the
were-
enchanted training room that has some security measures in it if you disturb it. But otherwise, I think that everything else should be clear on this floor. And if you've come from the top floor, as Drek suggests, then there wouldn't be anyone else left there. However, there are quite a few down there on the forage level.
Okay.
There are more Durgar, there are Quaggoth servants. None of them are on my side. Those were all of Zardarok's doing. There are some of the awful plant zombies. I'm a little unclear on the process there. They've got a myconid or something down there bringing zombies back to life. It's very unpleasant. There's the prisoners, of course, and then the forge itself. I'm happy to tell you whatever you like. There's also Zardarok's vault, but those treasure chests all have combinations. I imagine, personally, between you and me, I don't think Zardarok, the sort that would be capable of memorizing all of those. I suspect he has the combinations written down somewhere.
Well,
And are those people down on the next level the ones keeping you from simply walking out?
Well, yes.
So if we clear the path, you will simply walk out and return below?
Well, I think so. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be in a hurry about it. I don't flee at my age. But if you are concerned that I would have any further designs on 10 towns, I think not. Too cold for my own bones.
Well, I for one believe that this fortress would be a good something that would be a good bargaining chip for the dwarves of the valley, and 10 towns.
Well,
Clear it
the
out.
important thing is the prisoners. I don't think
I
we need
say-
to be making.
Can
Big-
we take a short rest here? I know we're in a hurry to get to the prisoners. Can we take a short rest here so that I can regain my spells?
By
So
all
that
means.
I can bring my full arsenal to bear.
Yes.
Yes,
I was gonna
by all
suggest
means,
that.
if you have a need to rest, feel free to take some time to catch your breath here. You may also share in my dinner if you like. I don't know if Underdark cuisine is to your palate, but you may have what you like.
I also think we need to check. I saw other rooms that were down at the other end, and I snuck by them.
The other rooms on this floor, other than the ones that you must have come through already, there's the office of the captain of the guard, although the captain of the guard recently fell prey to Zardarok's paranoia and my suspicion is probably being tortured. I don't think they did anything wrong, but when Zardarok got in a fit, then that's what happened. But there's also Zardarok's bedchambers and the bedchambers of his two children, Durth and Nildar. I don't suppose you encountered them out there on the surface, did you?
I know we killed one. I can't remember their name though.
Dearth.
You actually killed both of them. One at the outpost fortress, and the other in the East Haven town hall.
Oh, well, well.
I don't think we knew necessarily
Yeah.
we wanted to save.
Well, I know one of them, upon death, said that we were fools because his
Yeah.
father had big plans. But I
Mhm.
think the other one died too quickly.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, but yeah, you wouldn't necessarily know. She says that they both had their assignments related to the dragon attack and have not returned since its destruction. So my guess is that they are dead somewhere.
Well, I guess after we rest a bit, I guess we head down.
Do you want to check the bedroom and see if there's a combination in the bottom, taped to the bottom of a drawer?
Sure. Because yeah, I can go if someone wants to come with me. I can go check because I haven't really used any spells. So
Mhm.
Yeah, Wolford's taking a short rest to get some stuff back.
All right. So is everyone taking a short rest, or is Rowan going off
Oh.
on his own?
Oh.
I don't think
know
I have
Iggy
anything to
is-
gain from a short rest.
I mean, you guys tell me what you want.
yeah, I've not even taken any damage, so I'm
Okay.
golden.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
actually have
taking-
some spells that are going to expire with the short rest.
I actually I say Mara, would you come with me?
All right.
and then I will head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I'll take the short rest.
Okay. So those of you who are taking a short rest, are you taking up Grandolpha's offer for sharing her food?
Ellie is dumb enough to try it.
So as you sit down and she removes the serving dish, you discover that it is a cooked intellect devourer, which
good.
looks like a humanoid brain with little arms and legs on it.
Does it look
I-
familiar like the thing that tried to eat Iggy?
No,
So it's got it's this brain with little like dog arms and legs stewing in its own juices.
I'm getting Temple of Doom vibes here, guys.
Yeah.
But
There's also some kind of an ale that she says was brewed from Underdark mushrooms.
Wilfred will try. Well, we'll try a little bit of the ale because
It's awful. It's it's disgusting. It's really bad. In particular, the word that's used here is vile.
Do I need to make a check to?
No, yeah. Well, it depends. Like, if you want to try to pretend that that you thought it was good, then sure. Otherwise,
Nah.
if you react just like, ugh, she just kind of says, "Well, no accounting for taste."
so how bad is the intellect of our brain?
I think that the intellect devourer actually, it doesn't taste that bad, but the problem is that it has a thin layer of ash on it just from the smoke that's everywhere in here, and that kind of spoils it, honestly. Like, you feel like it really would actually maybe be okay without that. All right, yeah, so those of you who are hanging out there can certainly get your short rest. So those who are exploring a bit more, what are you doing?
I'll go up to the top room. And,
Okay.
The one to the north.
All right. So you go into there, and this dark chamber contains a plain stone bed, a stone trunk, and 4 unlit braziers.
Okay. I'd like to investigate the room to see if there's anything before I go after the trunk.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I mean, probably you can make it with advantage even, because Mara is presumably helping. Or is she?
Yeah, I'm helping.
Okay.
Okay, I'll need that.
Yeah, so the first one's a 6 and then a 13. Yeah, I mean, you don't spot anything like any secret doors or panels or anything like under the bed. It seems like it's a pretty Spartan chamber, so to speak.
Okay. And as I walk over, where's the chest?
I mean, the chest is kind of on the west wall.
Okay. So I'll go over to it, and while I'm going over to the chest and inspecting it, I'm like, Mara, are you okay? You seem far more eager for combat than normal.
She just takes a deep breath. It is a failing of my people. Sometimes the anger, the bloodlust, the cruelty becomes a passion.
So I don't want to interrupt character stuff except for comic effect, which I must do here, because as Rowan is investigating the trunk and engaging in this personal conversation with you, he touches the trunk and his hand sticks, and we're rolling initiative.
No, not a mimic.
Yes, a mimic. Yes,
God.
as your hand sticks to it, the trunk seems to open, revealing a gross purple tongue and rows of teeth. Ah!
Oh no!
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, so here's a handout for the mimic.
there was a mimic, and I did not find it.
Miracles happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, it's kind of cute.
In a I want to eat
Kill
you
it.
sort of way.
You know, if this was my other character, I would agree. However,
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't think that so anyone who's not in the room is gonna not hear this.
No,
No,
I
not
just
unless somebody runs for help.
Yeah.
for help. which
All
is
right.
possible.
So I'm removing you from initiative, Ally. We'll
Okay.
we'll roll you guys in if it comes up. But in the meantime, we got Rowan. Rowan and Mara both got a 4, but the mimic got a 3. So
yeah.
all right. So Rowan and Mara can both theoretically go at the same time. You guys decide how you want to resolve that.
Sacred flame.
So currently, Rowan, your hand is stuck to it. So if you wanted to you're grappled by it. If you wanted to use your action to be ungrappled, you could probably do that if you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to try to do.
So I need
strength
athletics
or-
or acrobatics.
I will try athletics. I'm proficient at that.
Okay.
Alrighty. 11.
Nope. You jerk and try to pull your hand away, but it is stuck fast to the lid of this disguised chest.
Okay, well, as a bonus action, I will put Hunter's Mark on the mimic.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Don't be a mimic shit. Okay, sacred flame. Let it
Okay.
make a dex save and fail.
All right. Well, we'll see how it does.
Well, I mean, technically, it's holding me.
It got a 12.
It fails.
All right. So it takes 10 radiant.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, it sort of makes a squealing, hissing noise as it is briefly bathed in radiant fire. But now it is its turn. And let's see.
It's going to lick Rowan.
Well, and because it has currently got you grappled, Rowan, it is going to try to bite you, and it has advantage on the attack. It gets a 19.
Let's see, 1 second. I will use shield.
Okay.
That makes my AC a 20.
Okay, good. So, yeah, it tries to pull your hand in and chomp on you, only to have its teeth kind of go clonk, clonk, clonk against this magical field that you put up. So, never mind the damage you were going to get for that. All right, that's its turn. So you're back up again. It's fast when there's only a couple players there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get away again.
All right, yeah.
16.
That's enough. You are able to pull your hand away this time, but that is your action.
And I will move away. And if it wants to, if it provokes an attack of opportunity, that's fine because it has
does.
to be at a disadvantage
Yeah.
because of my ranger perk.
Oh, well, that's good. So it gets a 7 as it like lashes out with a pseudopod, and boom, but it misses you.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
All right, Mara.
Sacred flame.
All right.
Stick with the classics.
This time
And also, I don't have to touch it.
This time it gets a 17 as it hops away. Go boom, boom, boom.
You're supposed to be a chest. How are you hopping? It's not okay.
But didn't grow legs.
Now I just have an image of the brave little toaster.
Yeah. So then it hops back in your direction and it's coming after you again, Rowan. It wasn't finished with you. So it's going to
Rowan
lash
is
out
too
at
tasty.
this pseudopod against you, but it only gets a 9 that time.
Yay.
All right, Rowan.
Alrighty. So, yeah, 'cause I'm not good in close quarters combat. So, I will. That's fine. It can try to take a swipe at me,
All right.
and I'm gonna move here.
Is it at disadvantage again, or was that a different thing?
I took what is it called? I think it's called It is called Defensive Tactics.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Escape the Horde. Sorry, it's called Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks against you are made with a disadvantage.
Ah, well, great. Okay, so it's going to try again with its pseudopod. At disadvantage, oh, it's still a dirty 20.
Oof.
Ooh.
It's
All right, so not only does that do 10 bludgeoning damage, but you are grappled again. It's got you stuck on its pseudopod, so you're not able to move away.
Partner.
So you tried to move, and that happened. So you do still technically have your action that you could use to try to break it, the grapple again.
And if I tried to hit it with darts at this range, it would be a disadvantage, wouldn't it? Because it's got me.
Yeah, because that's ranged at melee range is disadvantage.
Well, I'm gonna try another athletics. But hey, as long as it keeps trying to eat me, it won't eat Mara. So.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. 21. Yeah, you are able to break the grapple, but I think actually, yeah, I'll let you use the rest of your movement to move away. I'll allow that.
Alrighty.
Yeah. And it used its reaction once already, so so
Yep.
you have movement to get away like that. There you go.
But I can't attack it because I broke.
You
it, so.
used your action, yeah. Okay, Mara.
I moved forward 5 feet and I hit it with my mace.
Okay, yeah, 22 does hit.
Very good.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. You go ahead and do your damage. You hit it and do 4 damage, and now your mace is stuck to it. All right. It is the mimic's turn, and I will give you a choice here, Mara. It's going to try to bite you, and it will get advantage on you because it's got you grappled by the weapon. But because it's by the weapon, you could let go of your mace and not be at disadvantage, but then you don't have your mace anymore.
That's fine.
Okay, so so it still gets its attack, but not at advantage, but you have let go of your mace.
Yes.
All right.
I'll get it back when it's dead.
Okay. It only gets an 11 to hit.
Oh, it does not hit.
All right. So, yeah. So that was its turn. It tried to bite you, but you like jerked your hand away and let go of the mace, which is now it's stuck to it like on the top of its chest head, but then as you watch it stays stuck, but it slides down around to the back.
Just roll it around the dungeon, picking up stuff.
Yeah.
Katamari!
Yeah. Okay, Rowan.
So since I've got Hunter's Mark on it, that is a concentration, so that's fine. I'm going to take 2 shots at it.
Okay.
And I'm definitely going to try sharpshooter because I want to kill this thing. Especially since it's just the 2 of us.
Yeah. It's also pretty slow generally. So.
Come on, good rolls.
That's not a good roll though.
No, it was not.
That's a 5. It's not
Yeah.
good enough.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is good enough.
Alrighty, so that is a D8 plus 1. So that's 5 points plus Colossus Slayer. That is another 5 points. And then a D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So that is
Dexterity modifier.
13 points.
Yeah.
Plus your dexterity modifier plus your sharpshooter modifier.
No, because but make sure to add the 10 for the sharpshooter. That's
Oh,
what you're
that's right.
missing.
So actually, that's 23 points.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so it definitely snarls as you put out one of its weird eyes, and a different eye opens up next to it. But
How much
yeah,
damage total was that?
23.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that definitely hurt it, and it sort of squeals in frustration. All right, Mara.
You took my weapon, you stupid box, and I do another Sacred Flame.
Okay. Dexterity gets a 16.
That succeeds.
Yeah, it's rolling pretty well. It only has a +1, but
Sheesh.
yeah. All right,
Don't worry.
yeah, it's its turn, and it's going to try to pseudopod you. Actually, you know what? I think it is actually just going to try to bite you, since you're right there.
Sure.
Yeah. But no, it only gets it gets a critical miss. I think it tries
I
to.
will look at it and be like, are you trying to eat me or kiss me? This is
Yeah.
very strange.
So I think what happens is it starts to lurch towards you, but it's a little bit too stuck to the floor, and so it like falls down on its face, but then the mouth just opens up again, like it just like shifts its shape so that it's right side up again. But that's its turn. And I want to briefly imagine the TV show where we're having all of this chaos here, and then we cut over, and that's when Wilfred has just tried the mushroom ale and is like, no, it's not good. Cut back. Rowan.
Oh boy. Of course, I would be the one to find a box that wants to eat me.
Well, you guys went out on your own exploring, so yeah.
Yeah. You know, I took an old lady's word.
Mm.
Well, she didn't say there wasn't a mimic.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot this thing in the face again.
Yeah, go for it.
That one.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I think
12?
it makes a donut hole, like for the first one.
Does a 12 hit it?
12 does hit it, just hits.
So that's a D8 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Plus Colossus Slayer. Oh, 7 points. So that is.
So 11,
Plus Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
and then Hunter's Mark, and then plus 10.
So that's
14 plus
points?
20.
So
Yeah,
24.
yeah, you kill it. So how does your arrow finish this thing off?
I want to shoot it in its one of its beady little eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and go, ha! Eat that!
Yeah, it totally T1000s. It starts like thrashing around, doing a whole bunch of different shapes. It becomes a chair. It becomes a brazier. It becomes like a weird doll, and then and it just turns into mush.
Of course,
Drop anything.
once I find a box that wants to eat me. Ugh. Especially when I was literally going to say, you know, you don't have to kill things, Mara. We can do that for you. But if you do kill things, it's not what defines you. And I say this as I start rummaging through this stupid thing. I want to know if it's anything inside of it.
No, it's goo.
Oh.
Goo and
Can
a
you
mace.
hand me my mace black, please?
It
I
does have a
grab-
mace inside it. Though.
Yeah,
I hand her the slimy mace.
yeah, it has mimic goo on it. It's not slimy though; it's sticky.
No.
This will be interesting later. But in some instances, there is not a choice. There is not a choice for bloodshed.
And traveling with us? No.
I do not say this easily. But if you see this look in my eye that you saw just now, please find a way to bring me back. I do not want to be like my people. I left my people. They left me because I did not want that path.
Well, the fact that you made that decision shows that you're on the right path. Because sometimes the hardest decisions are the right ones to make. Even though sometimes our adventures get us into a little trouble. But remember, sometimes your blood family isn't the family you need. Sometimes it's the ones you make along the way. And I know I give Marcher a lot of shit, but he's a good guy, and so are the rest of us.
It is less about the choices we make, so much as what is inherent. I fight against this nature every day.
Well, hey, again, like you asked me to help you next time I see you like this, I'm sure the rest of the crew will help too, and you don't have to fight this alone. But here's a really big question. Do we want to check the other room now?
No! There's going to be another mimic in it, and I already have sticky shit on my mace. Do you know how long this is going to take to clean off?
But
I
now,
don't have any butter or oil to help take it off.
but at least it'll be harder to drop.
Thank goodness it's only on the end that I smash.
Oh no! It like when it dissolved, it's all got.
Oh, it's all over it?
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
That's
Maybe Marcher has prestidigitation.
Yeah, it was, and let's be honest, my hand was in its mouth.
that was your choice.
I thought it was a chest. Glittery things come out of chests.
Glittery things come out of magic mushrooms.
You know, those mushrooms on that table in there looked weird. I hope they didn't eat those.
If they did, I'm sure they will be fine for the most part.
But I might as well. I'll risk it to get the biscuit. I want to check that last room.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, I will make sure that you don't die.
Just stay behind me.
Famous
Alright.
last words.
All right. So you're going to the room on the end then.
Yes.
All right. All right. So in that room, this dark room contains a plain stone bed, a stone trunk, and 4 unlit braziers. Mounted on the walls are the heads of various creatures that might be found in the mountains or the subterranean depths.
So before I investigate the room, I'm gonna throw a dart at the trunk.
Okay. It sticks in the wood and nothing happens. Oh.
Okay. Phew. Now I'll investigate the room.
All right. You don't need to make a roll. What you can see is the various trophies. Their mounted heads are those of a crag cat, a grick, a male drow, a kuautua, which is like a fish person, a troglodyte, a wolf, a periton, and a female grimlock. And then in the trunk is a ceramic jug of wine, a drinking horn, and a rolled up piece of leather.
I'll take the wine and the drinking horn, and I'll open up the rolled up piece of leather.
It bears a charcoal sketch of a stern-looking Durgar woman.
Do I see any? Is there anything else in the room?
Nope, just the trophies in the bed.
Do I find anything like stuffed in the mouths of the trophies? Maybe.
No. I mean, I would tell you if there's anything else in there.
Okay. Well, if we find any of those chests downstairs, we're gonna have to break them open. I was hoping to find the combination.
Well, you haven't been everywhere on the floor.
Oh, are there other?
Yeah,
Is
so
there-
where all the Durgar were, like that crossroads, there was a room to the north in there, and there was a room in the other elevator room. And not to
Oh.
mention, you didn't really look around the one where you came down.
The training room.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here.
Do we really have time to investigate all of them before?
I mean, if
I'm
they're taking a short
concerned.
rest, it's a whole hour in there, so
Okay, I don't know how long we've been gone.
maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, all right then.
Then I'll go back down the. I'll really quickly. I will go in and check the training room that we came out of. Which is the
Okay.
one south, correct.
Yeah, so as a reminder, in this room, braziers of glowing hot coals stand in the corners of this room. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armor, and then, of course, the elevator.
Well, plate armor doesn't do anything for me, but I can tell the other guys. They might use it. It's too heavy for me.
I could wear it. I just choose not to.
Yeah. It's sized for dwarfs, but it could still probably, most of it could still be adapted.
Okay.
Mostly just the legs would be too short.
I prefer chainmail to plate mail. I move easier with it.
I just suddenly remembered from Lord of the Rings where Gimli is trying on some of the
Don't have
armor.
time to get this adjusted.
Yeah, so we watch him pull it over his head, and he drops it, and it's like pooled around his feet, and he looks up and says, "It's a little tight in the chest." Yeah. Anyway.
I'll move down the hall past the dinner room and check the northernmost room.
Yeah. Well, so so the southern room had a room that you guys didn't go in, and then there was also the northern path, and there's several areas over there that you didn't really explore.
Okay. It's that.
Okay. Yeah, so that room, this rectangular room has 2 sets of double doors, one to the north and the other to the south. Here, let me open. And a brazier of glowing hot coals stands in each corner. In the middle of the room is a low stone table, the top of which is drawn an illustration that looks something like a map. But you can see that there has been substantial damage to this table and to the map, like perhaps someone had a tantrum.
Is there anything of note on the table?
Yeah, you can see that there's a mechanism on it that now looks broken, where there is a 6-inch tall figurine of a dragon that looks like it's made of chatelaine, and it looks like the table once had a mechanism where it would move the little figurine along a path on what now looks like a destroyed map of 10 towns. And so you think that before it was smashed, it was designed to chart the path of the dragon.
I looked at it and say, I wouldn't touch that table because I think that dragon is made of shardom.
That is probably correct.
I'll go and open the other door.
Yeah, so also if you want to make an investigation check in this room.
Sure. Oh, boy.
With advantage with Mara helping?
14.
Okay, yeah. So, you think that dragon figurine, assuming that it wouldn't drive people mad by touching it, you could probably sell it for like 50 gold. Its craftsmanship is pretty good. But in any event, you move further to the north, and you see braziers heaped with glowing hot coals heat this chamber, which contains a large stone bed covered with soot-stained furs, its head against the north wall. In a shallow niche above the bed is a bas-relief of a giant, scowling Durgar clenching its teeth. At the foot of the bed is a flat-topped iron trunk sealed with a bulky padlock. A stone door is set into the western wall.
I'm going to throw another dart at the iron trunk.
Okay, yeah. This one, it doesn't stick in because it's an iron trunk, but it clinks off.
Okay, I'll collect that dart back. And,
all right.
Let's see. Can I see your mace, Mara?
My sticky mace, yes.
Yes, your sticky mace. And I'm going to try to bash off the padlock.
Okay. Trying to think what the appropriate thing about it might be. Okay, well, I guess make an attack roll with it.
So,
Because you're trying for a fairly specific hit, right? You're not just smashing at the trunk, you're trying to hit the lock. Right?
Nope. That's an 8.
Yeah, I think you sort of catch the edge of the the rim of the trunk on it.
Thankfully, it's a mace.
Hmm.
I'll try again because if it was my sword, I might have broken.
Yeah, you're not used to this mace. And
I
it's
don't
also
know.
sticky at the moment. So just
I'll try one more time. If that doesn't work, then I'll give it back to Mara, and she can probably
Okay.
do it. Oh, nat 20.
oh well, with a nat 20, and it pops the padlock off.
Third time is a charm, always.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll hand back Mara's mace, and I'll look in the chest.
Yeah. So what you see is, let's see. Looks like it contains a pair of dwarven sandals carved out of obsidian. Notably, you can tell it's not Charlatan, it's obsidian. A quilted smoking jacket sized for a dwarf and sewn with 50 gemstones in it. You think the sandals would probably be 250 gold worth or so. The jacket with all the gemstones, maybe like 500 gold. There's a malachite beard comb with 7 red garnets that you think would probably be worth like 750 gold. And here's the big one, a hookah made of platinum and star sapphire that you think is like 2,500 gold maybe. And there's another rolled up leather scroll.
I will. We may need some assistance collecting all these things. I'll open the leather scroll.
Yeah, it has a bunch of sequences of numbers on it.
Sweet. So then I will put that in my pocket.
Mhm.
And that's an iron chest. So can I put the jacket and the sandals and the comb in my pack?
Okay.
And I'll carry and I'll pick up the hookah.
Okay.
Is it a massive hookah or is it like just a smaller one?
It's carryable.
Okay.
But here's the thing that happens is when you have put the other things in your pack and then you pick up the hookah, it goes ka-chunk. And all of a sudden, suddenly, the stone visage above the bed opens its mouth and belches a cloud of poisonous gas large enough to fill the room. And so I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Adventuring on your own.
I can't let Iggy do it all the time.
At
11.
least you didn't run out by yourself.
You both fail and take 23 poison damage. And it's hanging in the room, so like if you stay in the room, you're gonna keep taking it. So, are you immediately fleeing the room?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But hey, I got some loot. I feel like a rogue.
You sure got a bunch of loot. That's true. Absolutely.
Did the hook actually come up after it went?
Yeah. It was weight based, you think, in the bottom of the chest. Yeah.
And I will definitely shut the door on the way out.
Yeah,
but
you didn't get a chance to look in the closet.
Maybe once it disperses.
You tell me.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a bunch of stuff, but you're now, I think, you've come out and you're looking at each other, and both of your eyes are like really red, and you're kind of still coughing and wheezing, but you're holding a big fancy platinum
healing before we leave.
Yeah.
Before we leave and go to the next area.
All right. Are you doing it just for the two of you there?
No, I will. When we get back to our friends, anyone else who needs healing can gather around and all.
All right.
Good.
Otherwise, it would be a waste.
Yeah, I'm still kind of.
Right. Yeah. So you still also there was the room where all the other Durgar are. You haven't really looked in there. Like there's definitely other places you haven't been yet. So I mean, you guys tell me what you want to do, but.
No, At this point, I'll go back to everyone else because I definitely need to put down this hookah and be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I found some stuff.
Good news, bad news.
Yeah.
Well, the bad news, I found a mimic. It's dead now. And we're sticking.
I think that is the good news that it is dead now.
Grandalfa just kind of says, "Oh my God, I can't believe Dirth still had that awful thing."
Yeah, and then I found a bed that breathes poison.
Oh, that was likely in Zardarok's room, I suspect.
But for those of you that care, I think I found about 4,000 gold worth of stuff.
And Grandalfa just says, "See the treasures that await you if you manage to survive the day."
Yeah, but I didn't think a bed. He really was paranoid, huh?
Oh yes, quite mad.
Well, if anyone needs healing, gather around. I have a thing I can do for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
once the poison gas clears out of the room, there was one more door.
As you are looking around with this prayer of healing, Drek the Durgar kind of sort of like starts to raise his hand and he's looking a little awkward. He looks over at
Yep,
Gandalf.
and I beckon him forward because I know a couple of us have not been hurt, so...
Yeah.
I'm
Marcher
fine.
isn't hurt.
And I have to cast it at 3rd level because I used all my 2nd level spells.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
So, everyone who is hurt, take 20 points of healing.
I'm back up to normal. Yay.
Hooray!
Yeah. Drek
And I-
is almost back up to full and he is feeling much better and he is just like, "I'm really glad you guys didn't kill me."
We're glad
Oh,
we didn't kill
yeah.
you either.
Oh, crap!
Oh crap!
I say out loud, there's that guy on the top floor.
He's knocked unconscious. He's fine.
Well, he was knocked unconscious and he's tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad, though.
So if you want to go,
Did
out
you have a
and deal with
person on the top floor?
No, you knocked him out. yeah.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
No, Grandalfa, she says, "No, none of mine were up there."
All right, then I don't worry about him.
Never mind.
It's fine.
So, if you guys are okay, we can either head down or check the other door in that room. But I would suggest that we avoid touching the bed or the chest that's in front of the bed.
Well, what did you manage to actually take out of the room?
I pull out the jeweled comb, the jeweled jacket, and the sandals and the hookah and lay it down.
Yeah, and they are
And-
extremely fancy and valuable. It's obvious to anyone.
And the scroll? Did you get the scroll?
Yes, I actually, that's another thing I pull out. I say, I think these are the combinations for all those chests downstairs.
Okay. Then Rowan, you out of character, Rowan, you should put the stuff on the character sheet so we don't forget it because we're probably going to need to spend this money at some point to, So record the treasure.
Carry the hookah.
Let's see.
He's got good carry weight.
Alright.
Or is it? I guess it'd probably be something that'd be hard to fit in a backpack.
I think you could shift stuff around. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
There's a hookah. You said how much was it worth?
2,500.
And the jacket,
The jacket 500.
and the comb.
750.
Ooh. And we can go back for the statue later and check the closet after we kill everything downstairs. Unless you guys want to go check the closet. I mean, I'm not against it. It's fine. Mara's healing is fantastic.
And so
I'm finally back up to
Grandalfa
feeling
is
good.
just going to say, "So, just as far as plausible deniability is concerned, when I return home to the Underdark, I don't want it said that I betrayed Zardarok Sunlight, but gosh, if a bunch of adventurers furious with him for his foolhardy attack came in and killed a bunch of Zardarok's men, and thankfully we were able to survive. That's not so bad.
You can, but fine. But if you crawl out of the Underdark again, we won't be as nice. And you can tell whoever you answer to that the Seekers.
I will be more than happy to say that Zardarok Sunblight was a fool, and that it was pure folly for him to think that he could conquer the surface, even with such a curse laid on this land. But believe me, I would be more than happy to return to the Underdark and stay there.
That's good. So, to go rescue. What was your lady love's name, Nobles?
Keothi.
So to rescue Keothi.
Yes.
Go.
Rescue a Goliath princess. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Do Goliaths actually have princesses?
Well, she.
She is my princess.
Aw.
That is the correct answer, Marcher.
So, what she will say is, now, as you plan to head downward, I would tell you that you have somewhat of a choice. If you were to take the east elevator, that would take you down to the room near the Deep Dwera temple. And it's perhaps less guarded there. Whereas if you were to take the west elevator, I don't believe there would be more than one guard in the room, likely, but there are more nearby. That's where Zardarok had his awful Myconid thing.
Would the east elevator be closer to the holding cells?
Let me think. Well, the holding cells are to the north and across the forge from either direction.
Okay. So then I say we
Just as
take,
good as west.
yeah. So I say we just take the east and see if we maybe can be slightly more stealthier than you guys seem to have been earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, don't. That's not even a question. There is no possible way we could be any less stealthy than we
Don't
were.
say things like that.
Yes.
We had a domino chain going.
But hey, at least you didn't get chewed on by a mimic.
Yeah.
So I would just ask if you do find yourself engaging with any Durgar, I would appreciate it if you would shout out Grandolpha is, we're with Grandolpha, something to that effect, and if any of them do not resist you as a result, I would ask you not to kill them.
Okay.
We will definitely
enough.
try our best.
I cannot promise that they will aid you, but at the very least, they will not aid their brethren either.
So,
This is the best we
so
can.
say a little voice in their head says, Grandolpha says to just
Alpha sent us.
That works.
I
All
Yeah.
right.
I have a little bit of magic for that.
They are prepared. We have been waiting for an opportunity, but as it has currently been, there have been fewer patrols going out because they're all waiting for Zardarok to come back, which, as I mentioned, I don't think he will. And so his loyalists have outnumbered us so far.
Very good.
Well, all right. Well, then let's go to the elevator and let's go. We can at least, since we know the timing sort of now.
Yep. All right.
And if one of you guys wants to head upstairs and take care of that one last guy that's tied up and unconscious, may not be unconscious anymore, but he's still definitely tied up.
Oh yeah, that was a nice knot work from Wilford.
Oh yeah.
So, I
Yes.
mean, if you guys want to say that you take the time to go up and finish that guy off, that's fine.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
All right.
I think that was Iggy suggesting to
Yeah, Durgar.
Yeah,
the
to the Durgar.
Durgar
Oh,
to go
okay,
and finish
okay.
them off.
Yeah, no, I think that they will nod and say, "We'll take care of it."
Okay. Cool.
So to the elevator?
To the elevator.
To the
Right.
elevator!
2 odds.
All right, all right. Here's where it gets just a teeny bit tricky. Only 4 of you can fit on the elevator at a time.
Well,
Uh,
4 of
Well,
us can fit if we're like in a combat formation.
and
I'll carry Iggy.
Iggy
Yeah.
and Mara are small.
Well, I mean,
Iggy is-
relatively. They're not small,
Iggy is-
like mechanically small, but
As small as it's
that's fine.
yeah.
I will allow you to be all crowded together there, all packed together, pressed against each other to make sure that you are not being scraped against the walls of the elevator shaft.
Someone carry me like a princess.
Wilfred will volunteer for that.
All right.
I think your Rose, your boy.
Okay, so let me just grab your tokens then, and I'll go ahead and move them down to the appropriate place.
And once we get to the bottom floor, I'm going to cast on Mara. Where are you? Warding Bond.
Oop, you're not there. Sorry, hang on. There you are, right here. So, basically, as you are descending in there, you can certainly would have had time on the elevator down. But as you are emerging from the elevator, you do see that there is another one of those weird Durgar Robocop guys. And so he is definitely going to come and try to attack you.
It's fair to say that this one we don't even have to worry about Grandalfa having sent him.
Actually, I forgot. That's one of the things I would have asked about during the short rest about those.
Oh, okay.
those-
Yeah, she says those are just like monstrous things. They're really more machine now than man or dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
So-
worry about those.
We know not to attempt the code word on it.
All right. I think she actually probably also would have said, if you're going down by means of the temple, watch out for the priest. You'll likely know him if you see him, and I've never quite trusted him. There's something about him.
When
But
I cast
he may be in that area.
Okay. When I cast Warding Bond on Mara, I say, your life is my life. So don't rush into combat with it, okay?
She gives a genuine, kind smile and nods at him.
And so you now have a +1 to your AC and resistance to all damage. But
What?
I share it with you, however.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is that she has resistance, but he takes the other half.
Oh,
It's you just like it splits the damage.
Gotcha.
It's
It's
a
an
neat spell.
awesome spell.
Yeah. So basically, as you get down there, though, this Robo Durgar, the Durgar Hammerer, does start moving towards your direction. So if I still need initiative from Mara and Rowan on the tracker.
Okay, let's do that.
at least it's not a robo beast.
Mm.
Give me a good one. Yeah,
That's pretty
not
good.
bad.
Yeah. And so what I will actually allow is that there is this first round is when you have just emerged and you're still 15 feet above the floor. So you guys, as you were, waiting for this to happen, could have an opportunity for this first round, like you can attack without it being able to reach you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so who has higher dex, Marcher or Rowan?
Definitely Rowan.
Well,
My
Rowan's
dex was
dex is actually not super
Yeah.
high, but
Yeah, my dex is only 13.
Oh, Well, mine's 12, so you're still ahead.
All right.
All right.
So Rowan's
Um,
first then.
So this isn't with advantage, it's just surprise.
Right, yeah. So it definitely sees you. It's not advantage, but and it's not even technically surprise round. It's just that you're literally out of reach. Like you can fire down at it, but it can't reach you yet. You have the high ground. Let me remove those guys. Their AC is 17, so 16 does not hit.
Okay. Oh, that was my initiative. But
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead and
doesn't hit.
10 won't hit. 18 does though.
Nice. So that is, and I didn't use 100 marks, so that's just a straight up D8.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and remember too that these guys are the ones where if you want, you can. Well, so the if you want, you can target the
Ace.
the guy inside the suit.
Yeah.
But that requires a disadvantage.
It's fine. I only did 1 point of damage anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't it be 2?
Because
Yeah.
it's D8 plus 1, so it's 2.
All right. Yeah. You graze him, but yeah. All right. Marcher.
Ray of Frost.
All right. 16 misses. Yeah. You end up just
Glancing
you
off of his
make
armor.
one of his shoulder plates very cold.
Okay, yeah, that's my whole turn.
Yeah. All right, Mara.
I have nothing really that I can do right now. So,
I mean,
Sacred
you could
Flame?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame?
okay, Sacred Flame.
All right.
Yeah, a robot zombie Durgar may not be very dexterous.
Definitely not. He gets a 3.
Okay. And it takes 6 points of radiant damage.
All right. Okay.
Does
Wilfred.
radiant damage do extra damage to undead?
No, not
Okay.
necessarily. There are some creatures that are like that, but not just by default.
Wilfred is holding Marm, so
Okay. Yeah. All right.
and
It makes sense that like not everybody really has the ability to do their full normal attack stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Iggy, you're kind of in the corner, probably squished into the corner a little bit, but it's your turn.
I think I can probably see this guy.
Okay.
I can at least get one Eldritch Blast on him.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Maybe not both of them, but
No, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Nope. The first one misses,
Mm-hmm.
but the second one does 21
Yep.
for 5
All right.
points of damage, and he shoved 10 feet across the hall.
Yep. All right. It is his turn now, and he says in kind of a hollow metallic voice, "Stop, intruders!" But he's saying, "No, I'm sorry." He understands Dwarvish but cannot speak. So, but he just stomps forward, tung, 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 and he readies an attack for when you reach the bottom. All right, Ale.
Can I chuck a javelin down at him?
Let's say disadvantage because it's so crowded.
Okay, since I only got 4, then it's not worth the spot then. So I just
Okay.
will just do. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I don't think you can have any more spell spots left. So no, I will pass. I will do
All right.
nothing.
Okay, so the elevator now gets to the floor and the cage slides up and everyone kind of tumbles out a little bit. But Rowan, you're up. Oh, excuse me. Wait, it gets its held attack first, which is going to be against Wilfred, who's right there. And it's held attack, so it's only getting the claw. The claw! 15.
Nope.
All right. Okay, now Rowan.
And I will just simply take a 5-foot step over here, so I'm not shooting directly behind Wilford. And I will take 2 shots at this gentleman. And it has been damaged, so
Yep.
22.
22 hits.
And the second one was a 1, so
Yeah.
he only gets hit once. So that's a 1d8 plus 1. 2 points of damage plus
Yeah.
Colossus Slayer.
Oh my god!
My.
Oh,
3
Oh.
points
Wow.
of damage.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
My
that's
hands are still sticky.
yeah, yeah. It keeps doing like sort of uncanny. I was going to say uncanny dodges, but I didn't want it to be like the thing. But it keeps doing like weird mechanical motions, like doing the robot dance, and it keeps so like all your arrows keep just grazing it.
It's like
Oh.
a zombie Durgar mime on the streets of Las Vegas.
Yeah. All right, Marcher.
I'm going to take a disengage action. Can I get like up over this gear thing or under it or around it or something to get move this direction?
Yeah, let's just call those tiles difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage, move over here to this door, and does it open in or out?
I think it probably opens in.
Okay, then I'll lean against it
Okay.
so that I'm holding it closed.
Right. Oh, incidentally, I could also probably read you the description of this room. The elevator shaft terminates in this room. A large stone wheel next to the iron cage turns constantly. West of the wheel is a Durgar encased in a cruel-looking exoskeletal construct. It's faced a mask of pain. And so, that's pretty much what you needed to know there. That was Marcher's turn. So, Mara.
Mara will Sacred Flame again because I am a one-tricked pony right now. I have very few spells.
Sacred Flame.
I know how that
But
feels.
it's a good trick. Maybe one weird trick, but it's a good trick.
Yeah, it gets a 12.
Okay, and he takes 2 points
Two.
of
Oh my
radiant
god.
damage.
Wolford took all
Wow,
the
double
crits.
ones.
Yeah, Iggy will hold out a hand and say, "One trick pony. Hi, one trick pony here too."
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, you got your spells back. Don't
Yeah.
complain.
All right. Yeah. So that was Mara. Are you moving, Mara?
No, I am taking Rowan's words to heart and staying back.
Okay. Wilfred.
Yeah, Wilfred will put down Mara. Or
Oh, thank
I
you.
should say Mara was free to get out of his arms whenever she wanted.
I feel like she would have once as soon as the
I think
elevator got down.
Yeah, you're set.
Then he's going to swing around and do his one trick. For 15.
A 15, I'm afraid, does not hit these guys.
Well, try again.
Yeah.
For a crit.
There you go. That'll hit.
Yay.
For 16.
Right. Yeah, you crush this guy's skull within his suit, and he just error, and like tips over. What we're staying in initiative for the moment. So that's your turn, Wilfred. Do you move or anything?
I am going to go up by the door. Just be ready for anything.
Okay. Come on. All right.
You said that the prisoners were in the north wing. I suggest we just go straight north.
All right. Okay, that was Wilfred. Mara, what are you doing?
I am going to get off the elevator since he's dead. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Okay. Great. Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's Mara, and then now Iggy. You're muted, Lee?
I I am.
Or
No.
I don't know, or you just weren't saying anything. I said it was your turn, and you kind of just sat there
Yeah.
not talking.
No, I said I would take a couple of steps forward, and
Okay. Well, we didn't hear any of that.
Yeah,
There you go.
Piccolo, when it's his turn, will also come forward.
Okay. All right. The Durgar Hammerer can come off initiative because he is dead. Ale.
Okay, I will come out and back up Marcher and Wilford.
Okay. And then Piccolo's turn. But
Yep, so he
then,
came forward.
yeah. But then this door to the east opens.
Oh crap!
Machi.
Yeah, and then what you see in there. Let me give you this handout of this guy. Is a Durgar in a fancy black robes and a big like mitre hat.
It's the priest.
Well, we would recognize him when we saw him, she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no code words needed for this guy?
Well, I don't. Yeah, she warned you, and so like up to you. You guys tell me. Like
That-
you know, well, first of all, what happens when he opens the door, and he, you know, so he's right there when he does it, and let's see, he reaches out and his fingers seem to grow terrifying claws, and so it is going to use a claw attack once on Iggy and once on Rowan. And that's a 20 on Iggy
That hits.
for 4 piercing damage, and then an 11 on Rowan, which probably misses.
That does.
And he says, "Who are you to profane this place?" Actually, and what I think it is that all of you hear that in your head. All right, Marcher.
We are the Seekers!
Hell
And
yeah.
he steps to the steps away from the door
Mhm.
and shoots a ray of frost at him.
Okay.
14.
All right. A 14 does not hit.
Okay. And that's what I do.
Okay. Rowan.
I say, Iggy, back away. And I will cast Ensnaring Strike, and then I will go try to hit him. And I know would it be a disadvantage or would it provoke?
Hang on just a second. So, first of all, looking in the room, the room that he's coming from is filled with stacks of granite tablets. And so, let me just double check here. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry. Say again what you're doing.
I will say to Iggy, back up. And if I have to shoot at disadvantage, then I will back up and take the attack.
So you would have to be at disadvantage if you did it from there. So if you back up,
Okay.
he'll make a opportunity attack. So here's the thing too. As he sort of moves in an odd way, and somehow he's attacking you with something other than his hands, and it's a little unclear what's happening. But it's only an 11 to hit, so.
Ready?
Yeah. You think that there might be some kind of magic at play there.
But-
all right, but yeah, you were able to back up.
Like I said, as a bonus action, I will cast Ensnaring Strike,
Okay.
and then we'll try to shoot him. Does a 19 hit?
It does, yeah.
So he has to make a DC 14 strength check or be restrained.
Okay. So he's making the strength check, and he gets an 18.
Well, he's not restrained, and
Yeah.
he does not take damage from the vines.
But probably
But
from
the arrow
the arrow
does, right?
still, yeah.
Yes, from the arrow.
Yeah.
So that is a D8. So that's 1.
hmm
That's 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Colossus Slayer?
No,
He hasn't been hurt
No,
yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he just got hurt, but now on my second shot, I can do that.
Yeah, the arrow seems to almost bounce off his cheek.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oh.
a 19
Another
will
19?
hit. Yeah.
So that is 1d8 plus 1, 5 points.
Okay.
It's a square. 6 points. So that is 11 points of damage.
Yeah. He does not seem to. He does not like it. You hit him, and he does sort of react in a little bit of pain, but you don't see any evidence of injury on him.
Huh.
All right. That's Rowan's turn. Unless you're going to move it all anymore.
No, I'm not gonna move away from Iggy because Iggy's still within 5 feet. So.
Mm-hmm.
I do something about that.
All right. Well, it's Mara's turn first. Or no, excuse me. Rowan just went, so it's Wilfred's turn actually.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy's nasty. So Warhammer
Mm-hmm.
for an 18.
18 hits.
9 damage.
All right. Yeah, you hit him, but it looks like he's taken off some of his damage. When you hit his flesh, like it almost feels like hitting a statue or something.
Okay, well, hit it again
All
I bet
right.
he's got stone skin up.
for 23
All right, that'll hit too.
and a 7 damage.
Okay.
And
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do action surge.
Okay. Once again, with that strike, you get the feeling that like he's not taking all of that damage.
Yeah. 22.
Mm-hmm.
8 damage.
All right.
Natural 19. So
Okay.
that would be a crit
Mm-hmm.
for 18.
Okay. And so yeah, you're making connection and it's hurting him, but not as much as you would expect. He's just got flesh made of wood or something.
This guy has tough skin.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mara.
I would like to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if this guy is undead.
He is not undead. However, he is a fiend.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do next time.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, this guy is definitely a devil. All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, Iggy.
All right. You used
Good.
ensnaring strike and not the one that casts the vines all over the floor, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, this was specifically on him.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast and try to push him back.
Okay.
First one's an 11, probably doesn't hit.
That misses. Yeah.
Second one is a 15.
15
That
just
also-
hits.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Yeah. This
So
guy's
that'll push him. So 5 force damage and push him back 10 feet.
okay.
And then you can get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I can
Yeah.
use my movement speed to back up.
That is really useful for getting out of sticky situations.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
then he also seems like he takes the full force of that hit.
So I'm going to. Yeah, and then
Alright.
when it's Piccolo's turn, Piccolo will come back and
Yeah.
join me.
Okay, Ale.
All right. Opening has been made up. It's time for me to go barreling in.
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. And let's go try to take a swing at this guy.
I'm guessing Mara shared that it was a fiend.
Well, I mean, she didn't say anything.
I don't believe I did.
Mm-mm.
No. All you heard me say was, I know what to do.
A 24
So-
hits.
The 24 hits. So I had planned to use my divine smite on him anyway.
Sure.
Not my divine smite. my divine smite on him anyway, so it's going to do more damage because he is a fiend. So first of all, the regular damage is 11.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use a second level spell slot.
He only takes half of the regular damage.
Right. So then I'm going to use a second level spell slot to divine smite him. So
Ooh.
Oh.
now he gets an extra one for he's a fiend. So that's a total of 17, 23 more
Nice.
divine damage.
Yeah. That one, as your sword glows with the divine might, you see it slash into him, and you're still oddly not seeing any evidence of injury on him, but he clearly reacts with a lot of anger and fear and frustration.
Okay, I get one more attack with my sword. Let's try that.
A 14 misses.
A 14
Yeah,
misses. Sadly.
he ducks out of the way of that, and it's a weird moment where like his limbs don't seem like they work right. Like he does a very sort of inhuman sort of movement to get out of the way of that. All right, so it is the top of the round again, and at this point, he snarls at all of you, and reaches up and grabs the hat and tosses it aside. And as soon as he does, the illusion magic dissipates, and what you see is a barbed devil.
Oh crap!
Yeah, so let me, so this is now what he looks like.
Oh,
Well then.
wow.
Well,
It's not cute. Let's kill it.
Yeah. And so what it does is it unloads its full multi-attack on you, Ale. That's 2 claw attacks and a tail attack.
Yeah,
12, 21 for the second claw
Yeah.
attack. That's 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the tail's 22 to hit
Hits.
for 12 piercing damage.
Alrighty. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he's there, right away.
20 points of damage in one round. That did not feel good.
No.
Luckily, I was at full. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, Marcher.
I am going to unlimber my laser rifle,
Uh-huh.
run forward and to the side here,
Pew pew.
and I'm just going to cast a True Strike. I'm not going to quicken it
Okay.
so that I can use it next round.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that an action when you
Yeah, if I don't quicken it, it's an action. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Rowan.
Alrighty, so I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike at 2nd level,
All right.
and then I'm going to take 2 shots at this fellow. 17?
17 hits, and he makes his strength saving throw at advantage because he has magic resistance and got a 21.
Yep, he gets that one.
Mm-hmm.
The second hit.
Technically, he would have actually had even 3 more than that, because I clicked the check instead of the saving throw.
Well, your first one did
Yeah, the second one
But
did.
the first arrow hit, he just resists the spell.
Yeah, and the second, the second one was a 10, so that doesn't
Yeah.
hit.
Right, but he can roll damage for the first arrow, though.
This one.
Right.
2 points plus Colossus Slayer. 3 points, so that is 5 points of damage.
Yeah, he takes 2 of that. Yeah. All right. That was Rowan's turn. Wilfred.
Okay, going up and swing. Bada bada.
All right.
I don't think a 10 hits,
No.
and an 11 probably doesn't hit either.
Nope. He's ducking
Okay,
and moving,
well.
and you can see that in his devilish anatomy, it makes more sense with some of the weird dodges he was doing.
Yeah.
All right. Mara.
So I thought I knew what I was going to do, and then I reread my spells.
Oh.
Oh.
It's okay. I am still going to do Sacred Flame and say you are an abomination to this realm.
Uh-huh. Well, he gets advantage on his saving throw
Why?
because he's got magical resistance. He's a devil. He has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and so he gets a 21.
Boo.
Yeah.
I have still threatened him.
Oh, you have. He is definitely outnumbered. It's not good for him, even as tough as he is. Iggy.
Iggy's thinking.
Iggy? Lee, we don't
Yeah.
hear... Okay.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Why don't you guys hear me?
I don't
okay.
know. I mean, what happens is that, like, we look over and it seems like your mouth is moving, and then we say we can't hear you, and then all of a sudden, then we can hear you.
Okay. So it works like a charm.
I think if you are muting and unmuting, it's possible that there's a delay on it or something.
Yeah, no, I'm not, actually.
Okay,
I'm just moving the mic a little bit, so...
All right, well, I don't know what to tell you, but we're not hearing you until you said, why can't you hear me?
Okay. So I will attempt to project more.
Okay.
So Eldritch Blast seemed to work when I could hit him.
Mhm.
So Eldritch Blast.
All right.
16.
Does hit.
For... Let's see. Oh, that's better. 10 points of damage.
Nice. That blasts him against the wall again, I imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 14 does not do
That does
any
not hit.
damage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to back up to the wall now that Butcher is gone.
Okay. All right. Ale, your turn.
All right. I'm going to move 5 feet to here, and we're going to try to swing at this abomination again. First shot is a 14 that will
14
miss.
misses, yeah.
Let's try the other shot.
20s.
26. That will hit.
definitely
Nice.
hits, yeah.
Okay, so I will again spend a second level spell slot on Divine Smite on that. But first, let's do the sword damage. Sword damage is 12.
Mhm.
Now let's do this. Let's do the smiting.
Mhm.
Where's this? Right, so that's
Okay.
and I did. Yep. Okay, so
23.
so a total of 17, 23 Divine Smite on him.
Yeah, that hurts him real bad. He does not like that at all. He is extremely injured now, but not dead.
Good.
All right. That was Ale. So it is actually his turn now, and I think as he leers towards you, Ale, he just says, "Foolish paladin, I have already done what I came here to do. The rest is just gravy." And he's going to unload his attacks on you again.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 19 to hit.
That'll hit me.
9 piercing damage.
Okay. Okay.
Then that's just a 10 for the second claw. And then the tail, which is an 18 to hit.
An 18 will just hit me.
And that's another 10 piercing damage.
I am hurting pretty good here, this guy, folks.
Mhm.
He's taking me down.
All right, Marcher.
Archer says, Mara, heal Ali! And I will raise the laser rifle and fire it with its true strike.
Mm-hmm.
A 21. That's
Which is
critical
a
hit.
crit, a critical hit. Yeah.
Right, so the maximum damage for the laser rifle is 24.
Yeah. So here's what happens. You are raising this thing, and you see the devil glance over at you, a little confused. It's just, what is that? And then his head is just gone, and the rest of his body just sort of just dissolves into like
Marcher
smoky
gets the
black
kill.
grease. Yeah.
That is the second big thing I've killed with this thing.
Well, you get a crit on something that does what? 3d8? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3d8. Yeah, it's 3d8
Yeah.
damage.
Uh-huh.
wow.
Well, I
Nice.
mean, part of it has to do with the true strike, so.
Yeah. Well, hey, you did it. So, yeah. Nice work.
I mean, and honestly, regardless, looking at what both rolls are, it would have at least hit.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would have hit even without the true strike, but the true strike gave me the critical.
All right. So, we're out of initiative because you've killed everything that was currently threatening you.
I will go to Ale and do a cure wounds at 4th level. So you get 23 points back.
Thank you.
So I think, and we're past 10:30, so we're probably close to the end of the session. But let's just
Yes.
deal with this room before we finish, if
Yes.
that's all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So first of all, the hat that he tossed aside is still left behind when he dissolved, and so that's still laying on the floor of the room. This weird black mitre, and then also in this room is a whole bunch of black granite tablets that have been engraved with some kind of runes. There's a bunch of them. There's 92 of these tablets stacked about the room. Each one probably weighs like 50 pounds.
Devils, are those ones that speak Infernal, or the ones that
Yes,
speak
infernal.
I know Infernal.
Ah, well, yes. As you glance around at these infernal runes, you can see that clearly this devil that was in disguise, it's all about his manifesto, and you get, after reading a few of them, you get the picture that this devil, whose name was Clondorn, is working for Asmodeus but who is pretending to be Deep Dwara, the Durgar goddess. Asmodeus was like deceiving, so he didn't. Zardarok did not know that his priest was actually a devil working for Asmodeus, and so this was all a plot to further Asmodeus's interests.
Interesting.
He said something about having done already what he came here to do. So there's something going on in this complex that we're going to have to deal with.
Well, probably the Chardelin dragon.
Maybe, maybe not.
Is there any Chardelin in the room?
No,
Okay.
the only thing that's in the room is the tablets and the hat.
We
And
have
a
some
smoky,
priorities,
greasy
people.
spot.
We need
Yes,
to find.
we have priorities. We need to go rescue the princess.
Definitely
Someone grab the hat.
Yeah, Marcia scoops up the hat and hands it to Mara.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "I think this would be most useful to you."
I appreciate that. This will make going into town much easier.
Exactly.
In fact, it might be magical even.
Okay, so it's not the same. Asmodeus is not the same as Levistus, which was the.
Different
No,
archdevil.
different devil problem.
Yeah. All right.
Ah.
So, as you sort of regroup, start thinking about the next plan, I think that's where we leave it for this week. But some exciting progress made. You're cutting a swath through this fortress for sure, but you've also made some allies? Question mark. Got some good loot, but you have not yet found Quixote.
Not yet.
People that will not attack us are almost as good as allies in this situation.
Better certainly than people who attack you on sight and try to kill you. Yeah. So we'll leave it there, and we'll be back next week for more adventure on so many levels. Rime of the Frostmaiden.